One and all, it's match day. The excitement is palpable as Newcastle take on Everton at St James's Park in this crucial Premier League showdown. With Champions League qualification on the line for the Magpies, this promises to be a thrilling encounter. Well, we have got obviously kick by kick live commentary as we go. And like I say, welcome one and all for joining me. Like I say, I'm on my own today because Wynn's at the match and Chris has got some family things that he's got to do. So welcome along. Like I say, it's going to be an interesting one. We have got the teams in. Like I say, we're going to go through the teams in a second. But it's like I say, it's Newcastle enter this fixture knowing that a victory will secure the place in next season's Champions League. Eddie side have been formidable at home, winning their last 6 Premier League matches at St James's Park. However, they face an Everton team that has found form late in the season, winning their last 2 games and aiming for the 3rd consecutive victory. And it very much looks like Moisey has gone quite attacking. So we're going to have a quick look at what's going on there. Something they haven't achieved since the 1980s, apparently, with Everton. So interesting, really interesting. Right then, so I mean, listen, I've been watching a lot of people in the chat on our side talking about, would we, wouldn't we succeed and how it's going to be. And obviously we've got news, obviously, from yesterday. And Sunderland, Mackems are in the Premier League. So a lot of people are really up for the derbies. A lot of people aren't bothered, would have preferred to see them down. But I mean, obviously, it's not about them. It's about us today. And I think we need to obviously put everything literally out there in today's game. So let's have a quick gander at the lineups. And we'll go into, I mean, as we predicted, not a lot is any different, if I'm honest with you, from what we expected. The Newcastle side, we have Pope in goal, Botman, Shaw, Tonali, Gordon, Barnes, Isak, Livramento, Murphy, Byrne and Bruno as the captain. And on the bench, Dubravka. Trippier's back on the bench, which is good to see. Lascelles, Wilson, Kraft, Asula, Willock, Longstaff and Miley. Exactly the same setup as we've had against the big guns, and like I said, to me, it was always about balance and trying to put your best players on the park from the outset. And I think we've definitely looked at achieving this with this current system. We know that throughout the season, especially with Moyes likes to hit the long ball over the top and try and get in behind us. And I think the system that we've got at the moment will battle that quite well. And like I say, they're going to have to produce some really great balls over the top for them to beat us on the break. So I'm really pleased with this current setup. I'm not sure how you guys feel. Let's have a quick look at the Everton lineup then. So obviously Pickford in goal as we expected. Young, O'Brien, Keane coming in for the injuries as we said before in the preview. Mikalenko, Garner, Harrison, and Doy, Alcaraz and Beto. And on the bench, Virginia, Begovic, Patterson, McNeil, Calvert-Lewin, Decor, Schermetti, Brozier and Welch. And again, I looked at this side previously and I'm looking at, will they go 5 at the back? Well, they can't because they haven't got any fit centre halves now. Will they go with 3 sitting defenders, midfield defensively? And again, they're quite thin when it comes to that defensive-minded player. But what they have done is they've brought in a couple of players with Harrison and Alcaraz in place of McNeil and Decor, who are very much attack-minded. So we are going to have a look at the system. It looks very much as though he's going to move and die into the 10 situation where he'll battle out in the midfield to try and win that ball with Garner and Garner. It's going to be different them two. And then obviously from there, I might just say Gay, because obviously it's going to be really interesting when we start playing. With the three in the midfield, I think it's going to be a battle. You've got Alcaraz, he's got a little bit of pace about him. And like I say, for me, the unsung hero for these has been McNeil, who he's thrown on the bench now, and he's got Harrison, who, again, I think that's more of a defence-minded situation, because we know McNeil likes to sit forward. Derek sent me loads of videos. I'm going to show a few. Hopefully you guys can sort them. So he's been talking to a couple of the lads. Some of you'll know, others you won't. So we'll go through. Hopefully, like I say, you'll be able to listen to them in a second. But I'm going to quickly have a quick look at my setup. And like I say, the only thing again that I can look at now and try and make head and a tail of how these guys are going to set up. For us, I think it's going to be the 3-4-3, dropping into a 5 if ever we need it. But I think it's going to be more possessive in their final third, and trying to get in and behind them and overpowering them, especially on that left-hand side. Like to see Gordon, like I say, more on the inside left rather than hugging that touch line. But I'm sure he wants to put to bed some of the demons of the last performance where he missed the penalty. So it'll be interesting for me. I'm just going to have a quick look who's in the chat with me. I've got Ginger Hoskins, Two Nuts, Michael, Rugby, Jessica Noble. Then there's me. And then there's Colton. Choppy's in there. Mighty Mag's in there. Johnny NUFC. Who else is in there? Ben Arthur, NUFC. That's a nice one. Rick Murphy. Welcome one and all. And Ron Turnbull. Boki's there. Umar Khan. Yeah, Isaac's back. Great to see, which is what we expected. Just going to have a look, see if there's anybody else I've missed out. Doesn't look like there is. Just everybody's just coming in. So again, welcome one and all. Like I say, it's going to be a real interesting one. And I agree with you. I hope, like I say, Gordon puts to bed some of the issues again against his former club, because he didn't have greatest day. But what I did see is a lot of dinosaur costumes, according to the Mighty Win. A lot of the shops, the costume shops, have run out of dinosaurs. So I've seen quite a few on social media walking through the city centre. So it is going to be fun. But like I said, let's have a quick look at the way I believe they're going to set up once I get my 3D sorted. Where am I? There you go. So I've got so many different windows open. I just wanted to make sure I got the right one sorted. So on the top here, you probably just can't see out of your screen. The back four of Young, O'Brien, Keane, and Mikalenko for them. Oh, I don't know why I've got Wilson still on board. He needs to come out, and I'll bring in Isaac, like I say, because that was the team that was sorted against Arsenal. There you go. Isaac's in. And then obviously you've got Garner and Garner Guy. And like I say, that's going to be a mouthful as we go through. Apologies for the black outline of Alcaraz. I had to, I had 5 minutes to try and source a picture and put Alcaraz in, and that's the best I could do. So there's Alcaraz, and I think Ndai will play more of a central role in this 10 slot. Like I say, he'll drop in, and I can see Harrison dropping in and Alcaraz being the outlet. And again, we've noticed in previous games where they've tried to highlight and isolate both Murphy and Fab Shaw. But again, with this system, for me, it allows, when we go over to this formation, it's whether we can compete in this area and can we overload going forward. I don't know where Tino's gone. Let me just put Tino in the system. There you are. Because I think with Tino in on this left-hand side, what it actually gives you, like I say, I'd like to see Anthony Gordon drop into here rather than watching Tino drop as the inverted running forward. When Anthony Gordon's out there against Ashley Young, that's what they'll want to do. They'll want to target the likes of Ashley Young. Can we have a couple of players to isolate? Harrison will obviously have to track back, which will allow Dan Burn to obviously be that extra player going forward. And like I say, for me, it's all about isolations. This is the area that we need to work, but we need Murphy to start working this back stick. I think sometimes Murphy, unfortunately, has been in a couple of mindsets where he doesn't know whether to go forward or drop off. And like I say, in today, we know Alcaraz, like I say, he'll be the one potentially who will be moving out onto this left-hand wing to try and isolate Shaw. So we will have to be careful. But again, it's all about communication going forward. But for me, I think it's the best system and the best playing staff that we can put out on the field for balance, to isolate areas and still have cover at the back to allow us to play football. We've seen it against some of the really good sides where we've dominated. Again, losing 1-0 to Arsenal, which was really poor because we just didn't take the opportunities presented. But we did create, and I think that is, for me, it just shows you how good this system can be effectively if it's played the right way. So I am really pleased that he stuck with it. Like I say, it's a for me. It's one that I've, with the type of playing staff that we've got, and again with Trippier on the bench, I think it's perfect. If you want to go to a 4 at the back now, we've got the perfect replacement. Botman gets tired, you can throw Trippier on there, and we know Trippier's played really well since he's come back into the side. So I hope that continues. But yeah, for me, I think the only thing that I'd like to see more is Gordon playing more on this inside left position down these channels. We know when Tino was presenting himself in really good positions, the lad's got legs, but when he gets to that final third, decision making has sometimes faltered. So yeah, it's a real interesting one, if I'm honest with you. I was just looking at some of the conversation that was in the press, and obviously this is before I wrote this down, literally 10 minutes before the teams came out. And it says like Newcastle have some injury concerns with Alexander Isak and Kieran Trippier facing late fitness tests. Now, we all was involved in the presser, and we knew that Isak was going to be given till the 11th hour to become available. But you could literally tell by Eddie Howe's body language that Isak was always going to play this game. But again, the one thing that surprised me was Trippier. I didn't think Trippier would have made it, but it's good to see him back on the bench. I think he gives us a little bit more quality when it comes to delivering the ball. It's just a shame that he's not been involved in that many games this season. If Isak's unavailable, obviously Callum Wilson is expected to lead the line. We know that's not happening anymore. Everton, meanwhile, will be without Jared Branthwaite. Tarkowski, meaning Michael Keane, is likely to continue in defence, which is correct. Some key stats. Newcastle have won the last 6 Home League matches. The Magpies have lost just twice in the last 10 Premier League games. Everton have claimed 2 wins in a row, but haven't won 3 straight in a top flight since the 1980s. Now, again, that's a stat that I didn't realise until I looked stuff up. Newcastle have won 8 of their last 10 matches on the final day of the season. So are you guys in the chat? Are you guys expecting anything less than a win? I can't say anything less than obviously me and Chris have got our own battles at the final day matches because Chris is 2 points ahead of me. Chris put down a 2-0 win to the tune, and I've gone 3-0. So it's going to be a really interesting one to see whether Chris changes his mind before the kickoff. But like I say, I was going to go with 2-0, but until Chris went there first. So again, I don't want to play the same because it's no benefit to me to match him, as I am 2 points behind him in the prediction league. So Everton have only won once on the final day since 2016. So for me, the prediction, everybody seems to have favoured is 2-0 to Newcastle. That seems to be the bookmakers' fave. But it's going to be an interesting one. It really is, to say the least, when it comes to it. So, like I say, with what I'm going to do now, then is I'm going to try and feed you some of the Mighty Wins stuff. Like I say, I don't know what it is about my computer and sound, but if it doesn't work, please give us a shout in the chat, because, like I say, I can hear it in my ears, but I can't hear obviously what you guys are hearing because it's coming through my laptop. So if it doesn't work, just let me know. But like I say, he's done a couple of videos himself when he's been walking into the ground. I mean, well, he would say the ground. He was going towards Aspers the first thing this morning. He was Billy No Mates in Aspers, so he was waiting for some of his mates to come along and obviously join him there. And like I say, I'm going to try my best for you guys to be able to hear this. But like I say, for some unknown reason, it doesn't always want to share. So fingers crossed you can hear it. Just like I say, just let me know if you can't. So this is the Mighty Win doing his walk along speech to the ground. I mean, he tells me it's sunny. It's a sunny day, but it looks a little bit cloudy to me up in the northeast. So let's see. Like I say, hopefully you get to hear this. So you guys can't hear, right? Okay. Thank you for that, Ron. I think, let me see if I can do it now. See if you can hear it now, guys.
The day begins, the sun is shining, and we are heading for
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Hopefully.
Thanks, Mark.
Obviously, we haven't got the team news yet. Can't wait to see that. There's lots of various rumours going round regarding trips back. Quickly get over this road. Trips back for Botman and Miley potentially in for Gordon. That would be a strange one, I think. I'd be tempted to go, if Botman's fit, go the way we were, and then it's a question of is Isaac fit or not? Get back to you when we find the team news out. All the best, lads. How are you, the lads?
There you go. That's the Mighty Win doing his. I mean, some of his predictions. Obviously, this is what it's been like. We've had lots and lots of predictions in the chat, and obviously people will always put their pennies worth in regarding the team selection. I couldn't see a change, and I know I've just seen in there that somebody said that they would have taken a defender out and gone with an extra attacking player. the biggest thing for me is not to concede. You know, the more we knock on the door, and the yes, you can say, you know, it holds us back a little bit by having 3 players in there. We know Fab Share likes to go forward. We know Dan Burn likes to get forward and involved. For me, now we've got Botman in the back, and again, knowing what Miles has been doing all season with the long ball over the top, I think this system actually supports the long ball better than just having 2 at the back with your 2 fullbacks. So I think that was probably the thought process towards Eddie Howe moving this forward. Let's have a look at the next one. I don't know what's happened there. He's got his finger over the counter, but we'll go with it anyway because I think this is another one. So again, fingers crossed you're able to hear this one.
All right. Hey boys and girls, we've got Aaron here, who's a bit like myself. What did you say when asking the first test?
Shit me pants a day.
Shit in his
pants a day. Nervous, but like I say, it's in our hands, so we have to just do it today at home. Let's bring it on, let's have it. Hopefully we can get the 3 points, Champions League, brilliant season. Won a cup as well, so happy days.
And if we don't?
If we don't, still a great season, isn't it really, you know? So we've won a trophy.
It's going to be disappointing.
It'll be disappointing, definitely,
but
it's
not the end of the world.
No, not the end of the world.
When you consider no J7, no Hall, no Isaac, obviously we haven't heard today's team yet.
No. Fingers crossed, see what happens.
Away the lads!
Come on!
Yeah, it's an interesting one when he says no Isaac. I mean, we've only missed him for 4 games. But I mean, I know what he's saying. It was always going to be difficult against Arsenal, even with Isaac, because like I say, we knew Isaac has only been running on literally 3/4 of fitness. So, and he's not been extending himself very much when it comes to movement. So, I think, have you got no sound again? Was that no sound there, Hells? On that one. Sorry, guys, because to me it's coming through everywhere. Let's see if I can get this one working. Again, this is another couple of guys in the chat. See, my sound on here is saying that it's working. Somebody's asked me if I'm using OBS. I don't use OBS, mate. No, I just this is just mine. Lee saying he's heard it okay. So, yeah, I'm going to say, I don't know why you guys haven't heard it, because it was coming through everywhere, because I've even got it now through my telly, so I can make sure it's coming through. So it's good. This is another group of lads that he's picked up.
Hello, boys and girls, and outside Bally's yet again, and here we have Dean, the Quizmaster General, for all your best quizzes in the North East. Hit the website and you'll find everything out. And Mark said something to me early on today, and I thought, let's just have a listen to that. And what did you have to say, Mark?
So I reckon if we win the toss, we win the game. So
how about that? We win the toss, we'll win the game. Because Bruno's not very good at winning the toss, is he?
there you go.
3-0 today is my prediction. I think we'll be comfortable by half time, 2-0, get 3-0 in the bag, and we'll all be singing and drinking this afternoon.
Well, hopefully.
What we said a bit earlier on is we don't want the anxiety to creep into the game, right? So we don't want 0-0 at half time, we don't want it to creep into the second half. Get the job done early, get out there. They've got a few players missing. Mooted is a strong lineup, so if we can get out there, get on the attack early, get goals in the bag, and then hopefully see through.
And Dean, what have you got to say?
Yeah, no, I agree. 3-0, I think Dan Burn will score at some point, and I think Newcastle really have the potential to blow teams away at home. Like, we start on the front foot, we get at them from the first minute. I think Everton will not be able to cope with us. I think they'll be up for it today. So.
And let's assume that doesn't happen, and it's still 0-0 with 60 minutes to go, with 60 minutes gone. Sorry. and let's assume we're hearing the scores from elsewhere, and all the scores are going against us. How do you think? Do you think the crowd will lift for that, or will they suddenly?
It'll be a difficult time. It'll be squeaky bum time. People will be very anxious. But hopefully the crowd, as always, will be the 12th man. I'm sure they'll lift them, no bother at all, and we'll get over the line that way. It's always going to be the same for me. I'll not be looking at the scores. I'll not be checking my phone. I'll try not to listen to them. Concentrate on my own game. Concentrate on the 3 points, and we've got nothing to worry about.
You sound like Eddie Howe.
I agree.
And I just think that'll be so difficult to do.
I think the team are really good. I think the team now, I'm more confident in this team to focus in on what they've got to do, get the job done. I think the crowd will keep an eye on the scores. I think the squad out there today, obviously, under Eddie Howe, will be focused on the job in hand. And, you know, we've had an amazing season, incredible season so far. I think
Which brings me to my next point. Let's just assume that things go badly today and we end up in the Europa League. What is the general consensus then?
I think, as we spoke about earlier on, I think we've got a great chance in the Europa League. I think we're probably one of the favourites to win it instantly, and be very disappointed not to be in the Champions League. Well, it's a more probability of a cup. We've got more chance to win the Europa than the Champions League. However, we want to be in the big leagues. We want to be established. We want to be making a name for ourselves, and for us getting back where we kind of feel like we belong and where we should be.
So disappointment, but not.
I wouldn't say disappointment. I think it's been a fantastic season regardless, and it would be a little bit disappointing given the fact that it's in our own hands today. But that said, the Europa League's a soft landing. I'd be very confident that we could go very far in that tournament, and the winner gets a place in the Champions League anyway. So I think it's just been a good. I think today's a day that's to be enjoyed, really, and I'm very confident Newcastle will win. If it doesn't come through, we fall short of the Champions League. We're still in Europe, and the future's still pretty bright. I know the camera adds £10, which is to show you there's only one camera on a Mario.
No, I agree with that. I think it's really cliche. It's really cliche, but if you were to be offered this at the start of the season, to win a League Cup and then be in the any European competition by the end of the season, we would have done very much like
If we don't win the game, it's the greatest ever season. And the best season ever for Newcastle United, trophy, and of course Champions League football. So yes.
Well, we'll have a talk about that another day, Ernie, baby, because I still think 22-23 is my happiest season ever.
We went around, you were, but we went around. That's the thing.
22-23.
Oh, 1922-23.
I'm talking about 2 years ago, but that's by the by. We'll get on to that. Anyway, that's the lads' thoughts, and we'll catch you later when we'll get the team news and we'll see what happens. Away the lads.
Yeah, interesting conversation there with a couple of the lads. I mean, there's been a lot of people in the chat talking about the season so far, and I was going to ask you guys out there, and I've just seen, and again, I do apologise, one of our lads has cropped up. He's been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much for your support, as always. Can't see where it's gone to now. I saw it earlier on, and I just wanted to say thank you for your support, as always, for your membership, your continued membership. I think it was Johnny. I may be wrong. But like I say, for me, how's it been for you guys regarding the season so far? Because regardless of the result for me today, I mean, I expect to win. I will be disappointed if we don't beat them because it is in our hands. It will put a little bit of a stain on this season for me. I'll be honest with you. Because of where we've been, you know, finding ourselves in the top 5, with a couple of games to go, and it's ours to lose now. So if we don't do it, we've only really got ourselves to blame because we didn't take our chances against Arsenal. For me, that was a winnable game too, as much as that was much harder than today. So at home, with the noise of the crowd and everything else, I can't see anything different. But I wanted to know how you guys felt, because obviously it does tarnish going into into Europe one way or the other is great. If somebody had offered me at the start of the season, I'd have said yes, thank you, with a cup as well. But now we're in the situation where we're at. I do think it would be a disappointing end not to be in the Champions League if we can't get over today, especially with it being in our own hands. So, I just wanted to know how you guys started, would have thought. The game's not started yet, Gary. Let's get into them. Yeah, exactly. I can't see anything different, Colton, if I'm honest with you, buddy. I think the Twins are on the last. Oh, now there's a couple more videos. So I'm going to go on to the next one just while the sound's working on my system. And we'll go on, and like I say, I'll have a look in the chat with what you guys are talking on in a second.
Here we go. Who we got here? What's your name?
Del.
Steer.
Del.
Del.
Del Boy.
Lee and Mick. Del, Lee and Mick. And what's the crack, lads?
It's going to be 3-1. Murphy's going to score, probably assist, and Isaac's going to score, and
Anthony Gordon.
no, Gamaris.
Isaac.
Gamaris.
He is, I bet you. He's going to score.
Isaac. Gordon. And Ben.
I'll have 3-1, and I'll have Shaw to score.
And you're all 3-1.
3 notes.
3 note. There we go, lads. 3 note. It's positive around. It's positive around the tune right now.
Come on, man. Tune.
Yeah, interesting. 3-1 and 3-0 there. They're all anticipating lots of goals, so that'll be good. I mean, I've just seen in the chat there, these guys get paid a fortune to play for Newcastle United, and it's in their own best interest to play in the Champions League. To be in Champions League, you need to be good enough to go out and win. And you know, that is an interesting point, because obviously you talk about contracts and things like that. The contract saga with Isaac, when it comes to it, you have got to start looking at these guys are questioning we need to be the Champions League team. But obviously, you're absolutely right. They've got to go out there on the field of play and produce the goods. Like I say, Eddie Howe gets the finger pointed at him a lot of the time. But when we underperform, is it really Eddie Howe that's underperforming as a coach, or is it the lads that are kicking the ball around? I do sometimes think, the one thing about Newcastle, it's been very much a peaks and troughs. Start of the season, it was very much the lower end, with a lot of people questioning Eddie Howe's ability to get us out the mire. But obviously, since Christmas, the drive has been definitely there. And we certainly go for the jugular these days, which is something that I never really, thought about until I've seen the results post-match, post-Christmas. We seem to be very much a team now. Like I've said before, we don't want to get a point, we want to go and get 3 points. And like I say, I'm sure if you, like myself, I thought that was very evident against Arsenal away at the Emirates. Very difficult place to go and get a result. But I certainly thought we took it to them the first half. Not so much so the second half, but definitely the first half. I think this is the very last one. And again, this is the twins, Tim and Peter, the last video, I believe, from the mighty win.
And here we all are in the sunshine at Newcastle. Well, not really in the sunshine, we're sitting in the shade here. But who have we got here? We've got the terrible twins. And what have we both got to say about today's game, Pete and Tim?
I'm going to say 2-1. And, I think right now, I'm going to be watching it through us, so I'm a bit nervous, but I think once the game gets going, once the teams come out, I think everyone will be pumped up. We should do it. On paper, there's no reason why we shouldn't win this game. So I think if we get an early goal, then I think it'll be done. If we don't get an early goal and results elsewhere are going against us, then it's a test of our mettle and our nerve. So for me, the players need to show that mettle and nerve, and us fans and the crowd, let's show our nerve as well, and let's just get right behind them, make a rack of noise, keep on going all 90 minutes, right until the last minute, whatever the score is, and we'll get it done. Yeah, I think I was saying before, I think Jordan Pickford wants the attention because, you know, he thrives off that. So he's already a quality keeper, and you don't want to make him play better. I know people think it puts him off, but I think he likes it. So let's just focus on our team and get behind the lads. And yeah, be prepared. It is the final reckoning today, lads. So
it's the final countdown.
So yeah, keep your nerve and fingers crossed Isaac plays. Yeah.
Not Isaac's playing.
Is
You
he?
know that now.
Well, I think that's got a good chance now. So
Yeah. As
we'll do
long
it.
as long as he plays and not the way he has in
Yeah.
the last couple of games.
Yeah.
Okay, lads.
Well, lads.
Enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao.
Thought we nearly lost him at the end there. Yeah, there you go. A couple of videos, bless him, from the mighty win, getting everybody outside. Well, used to be Aspers, seems to have changed names. But that's his local drinking hole, and obviously everybody going into the ground early. He's going to get a welcome with a few beers, free of charge. For a big thank you for all of your support, and I think that's again a lovely touch, and it should certainly bring the noise to the city. Oh, I'm going to apologise because there's another video that Mighty Win has sent me, so I'm going to put another video on. Bear with me a second. I didn't realise there was another video he's just sent along. So I'm going to see who this lass is, and we'll go from there. So bear with us a sec. There you go.
Well, here we've got Gemma here, who didn't want to come on, but she's coming on anyway. What have you got to say about today's game, Gemma?
Well, I think we've got to win for Newcastle. It's my first game since my little boy was born. I've never been for about 6 years.
Right, and
Today's got to be the day to win, because every time I've been in the vlogs as well.
oh dear, that's not good.
I know it's not good, but I really hope to win. Come on.
How are you, the lad?
Black White Army.
Brilliant. There you go. First time on camera. A little bit shy, but she did brilliantly. Right then, let's get into some of the chat. Tiger saying he's been busy today. Well, hopefully you're settling down to a beer now, Tiger. Hopefully you can get us going. Rick Murphy saying a good point. The manager sets the culture and the guys perform. Eddie set the culture and it's good. So it's on the lads, in my opinion. And that's what I said. I mean, it's so difficult. And I know people will always have an opinion on this. And I appreciate that because, it's very, very difficult depending on, it doesn't matter, what level you coach at. You set out your stall. You've worked all week on a system to counter the opposition. And unless, like I say, a little bit of lady luck, and we saw that against Arsenal, totally different result and a totally different set of feelings that we've got today. If those goals would have gone in, those chances, one of those goals would have gone in, it would have made it totally different. Once you start missing two or three, that's when the jitters start to appear. And I think, again, you saw the difference in the second half. I think we were very much a very nervous-looking team in the second half at the Emirates, as it didn't quite work as planned in the first half. And obviously then we started to sit a bit further and further off the ball. I mean, the lads needed a break. It was a warm day and all that, and the lads were just probably getting, the breath back and just trying to get back involved into that game. But it was very evident. It was very chalk and cheese. Game of two halves for me when it comes down to both the first and second half. But again, that is another evidence where the game plan works perfectly in the first half. You don't get the reward. The nerves start to kick in. You don't want to concede. And again, I thought the lads defended really well. And it was a touch too much from Gordon. I hate saying it was a mistake because obviously I don't want the lads, especially, to think that, every Toon fan is against them. I saw lots of crap on social media saying they wanted Gordon out and they wanted him sold because of that one mistake. Now, there was easier options to pass it to Bruno, who had made the effort he'd won the ball back on the edge of the box to get up with play. And again, once Gordon had lost it, we'd lost that momentum. We'd lost the transition, which allowed Odegaard to square it to Royce. And again, it still needs a worldie of a finish from 20 yards to beat Pope. So, there's still a lot to do for Royce to get those points. So, like I said, it wasn't as bad as people were making out. It certainly wasn't as bad as, a lot of my counterparts were making out. So for me, it was just an opportunity that we didn't win. Tiger's saying the twin on the right looks like Christian Bale. I'm sure Tim will be happy about that. Who else have we got in there? Scott O'Brien. It's the craziest ending to a season I've seen. Many teams on 66 points, and with a bit of luck, Man City don't qualify for Champions League. How crazy! It is. It's been a really strange final few games, if I'm honest with you, because we knew that the relegation lot were already relegated. It wasn't. There was nothing to fight for down there. All the teams away from then could relax. And then obviously we got Liverpool 4 weeks ago winning the title. And it's all been, from second to sixth, hasn't it? Or second to seventh, if you like, where all the eyes have been on. And like I say, coming to the final day, still not 100% sure of what's going on. For a number of teams, not just Newcastle, is very, very, very strange. But it has been an interesting one, and it certainly makes J7 on the bench. No, he's not. I don't think. Have I missed him out? No, I'm going to say no. J7 on the bench. I thought I'd missed him out completely. Then Tiger. He's not going to be back until pre-season, dude. If we don't get UCL, our players will get linked away. I mean, I agree. There's always going to be opportunities for teams that are Champions League based now to come in and put a cheeky bid in. Again, everything needs to be given to the players in the squad at the minute. And again, how good has it been to go through 3 windows without bringing a single player into the team and still be vying for Champions League? Again, I think it's miracle work really for what Eddie Howe's done to the side and how he's been able to bring in, like I say, players that have been under Bruce and develop them to a point where you've got Isak and Murphy, the top of the league when it comes to goals and assists. You would never. Yes, Isak. I mean, we understand the quality of Isak, but you'd have certainly never put the partnership with Murphy as being something being up there. You'd probably go more towards Gordon and Isak rather than Murphy and Isak. So amazing. To be fair, the way he's done it. Just 15 minutes to go. Well, 14 minutes to go. So I'm just going to move on to the match day screen. Like I say, I'm really getting excited now. A lot of people saying it's a squeak out. Gary, shout out, please, pal. There you go. There you go for Tiger. It's just for you, dude. Gary, your thoughts on miss on Champions League? Well, like I've just said, Tiger. I'll be disappointed. I will be so disappointed because it's in our hands. But again, I still think it's a bloody good season. I don't think it's a bad season at all. My better half has just bought me some lucky dog, and she's. I'll tell you something now. Look at that. I mean, that is perfect timing, isn't it? My lucky dog. Do you want to come and say hello? Oh, no, she's shy. She doesn't want to come and say hello at all. So there you go. That'll be opened as soon as we kick off. I hope like I say, I'll get some cover. Oh, crikey, I've got extras coming. I've got supplies. Luckily for me, it doesn't go into extra time because I'll be K-Lied by the time we get finished. But it is interesting. It's I can't. Brilliant. It's all right. She's showing me stuff now in the background that she's bought from the shops. Pickle the Goat is saying, come on, NUFC. Lovely to see you. Benj Mavin, all right, Gazat and Mrs. Gary. Yeah, thank you, buddy. She's absolutely fine. She's spending all the money. Liverpool have just spent 150 million on Verts. Yeah, they defo not getting Isaac now. Exactly. I mean, again, we still can't rule out Paul McCowan. Thank you, matey, for becoming a member. Great on you. It just helps us a little bit further down the road. And like I say, next season we've got a little bit more, hopefully in the background to bring you guys. So, like I say, all your support has been superb this year. Really, our first full year at it. So it's been brilliant, and I've loved every minute of it. I'm just going to have a quick look before, obviously, we get into the nitty gritty of the game. It's a bottle we don't get. iCloud, better players. It literally is all about the project is Champions League. I mean, everybody's going on. That is, like I say, that's what the players want. Then the lads have to go out there. Toon, black and white army. I love that. Did anyone notice Pope's position for the Rice goal? I mean, I was looking. I was looking at it. Was he too far to his left, not to be able to cover? But again, I still think it was such a well-struck goal. And if you look at the shape of the ball going away from the keeper, it was a worldie, to be fair. And I don't think, I can't, with all honesty, I can't give Pope too much criticism for being beaten by that. It was one of them shots. And again, what beats a keeper? I don't want to sound as though I'm telling people how to suck eggs. What beats a keeper is hitting the ball early so the keeper doesn't plant his feet. And that sounds really strange. But sometimes when a keeper's not down and planted, that adjustment, so it's like, when you're jumping in the air, even though it's a split second, to go to your right hand side, if that ball's been hit, because I would imagine Pope would have expected him to have literally hit the ball with like touch the ball before he strikes through it. So I think Pope just adjusting his feet, I think that is what beat him more than anything else, if I'm honest with you. Ben, you're an absolute angel. Thank you, my friend, for your super chat. Come on, boys, let's have it. Always enjoy listening to your commentary, fella. Thank you so much, buddy. You are a star. You're a Brunel, mate. I've got the multi-screen on 3 main games. Bless you. Two nuts really going for it. Question, can you see Lascelles coming on late for a goodbye appearance? Mate, if we're 3-0 up, I can't see the reasons why not. I think it would be lovely to have the lads, just being out there and having, like I say, the last hurrah, if you like, even the likes of Longstaff, if needed. I don't know whether you guys have heard. There has been reports out there that Crystal Palace are looking to put a 20 million bid for Willock. I don't know how you guys feel about Willock bidding farewell and going back down London. Be an interesting one. What else have we got in the chat? Paul, I've just said thank you for your membership. Where are we? Again, lot to talk about Champions League, and I think we have got to start looking at being a little bit more. We've got to be a team. We've got to become a team, and I've said this so many times now. For us to have got 69 points, if we win today, the 69 points. I'm just looking at the St James's Park. I do still have this lovely warm sensation every time I look at all the fans and the flags. War Flags does an amazing job these days, just to give it that extra little bit on there. But like I say, when you look at the noise in this ground at this present moment in time, it is fantastic. And all to play for. Like I say, it's in our hands. And like I say, we've got 8 minutes left before we start. and I'm like I say, I am so looking forward to this game. And again, I apologise if I get some of the players' names mixed up. My screen in front of me isn't big; it isn't massive, and like I say, I'll do my best. It does look a bit clearer today than it normally does, so fingers crossed I should be good. But like I say, because it's been fed through from America via Chris, bless him, it isn't always a great viewing. But I mean, it looks good. It looks good. Anything else I've missed out in the chat? I think I've caught up with everybody. Like I say, it's a bit sad Wilson is leaving, but he's still we still have Isaac. Well, like I said, there comes a time where I think enough's enough. Like I said, we have to be grateful for what Isaac's given to us in the past, but he's gone now. I mean, we've seen that, the appearances that he's had when he's come on or started a game. He's always a yard behind. He hasn't got that. He's good in around the box when he wants to muscle with players, but again, you look at the decision making when you're eager to get back on the score sheet. Sometimes you snatch rather than just caress the ball. And like I say, I think he's had the opportunities to actually get himself on the score sheet, but it's just not happened. And it is a shame. But like I said, if this is the last hurrah, then good luck for the future. Because like I say, I'm sure he'll do a job for any team. There's talk of him potentially going to Wrexham or Wrexham putting a bid for him anyway. So I think that might be a really good move for him. I just wished I was. Right, the boys are in the tunnel. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to see today now. Lots and lots of cheer. Like I say, I will expand my screen, so apologies for anybody in the chat that's trying to message me. I won't see it. But like I say, try and, if you do want me to say anything during the match, you can throw me a super chat any time. I will always, like I say, because that pings in my ear when there's a super chat come on board. So just let me know. And I say it'd be great to do it. The boys are entering the field of play now. Bruno. Oh, got the babbies with them, all the kids, all dressed up in their in the Newcastle outfits. I do love the final days. I'll see you at half-time, Rugby. Come and give us your to provide me with your professional punditry. I need it. Lovely NUFC in the East Stand there. Queenie's in there now. Hey, Queenie. Oh, that's pretty cool with the flags. Oh, they've all bought the bands on. You extended the pitch as players, you left as legend. You entered the pitch as players, you left as legends was the big banner there. So let's just go through the teams again then. So again, it looks like a 3-4-3 formation, dropping into a 5 if we need to. So Shah, Botman and Byrne as the back. Centre halves. Through the middle, we've got Murphy, Gilmore, Stenali and Tino Livramento. And up top, we've got Harvey Barnes, Isaac and Anthony Gordon. Really want a good performance from Anthony Gordon. Dubravka, Trippier, Lascelles, Wilson, Kraft, Asula, Willock, Longstaff and Miley on the bench. So again, lots of experience as well as youngsters. Onto Everton's team before we go. Again, they're playing this 4-2-3-1 system as I predicted by the looks of it. Ashley Young, O'Brien, Keane and Mikalenko left side. Ashley Young playing right back today. So let's say something for them to get at. Idrissa Guy and James Garner as the two defensive midfielders, with Harrison and Dye and Alcaraz as your attacking midfielders, with Beto up top. So come on then, the boys. And they've got Virginia Begovic, 2 goalkeepers on the bench, Patterson, McNeil, Calvert-Lewin. I can't remember who that was there. Decor, Shermetti, Brozier and Welch. There you go. They're substitutes. So here we go then, boys. Keep it, like I say, try and keep it out the chats if you're slightly in front of me. Like I say, the time should be on the top of the screen once it all settles down. And like I say, if I remember, I will update the scores as we go. But I always seem to forget the big things. What are your thoughts on Sunderland getting promoted? Well, for me, there's 2 things. I love derbies. I really do. And the second thing is the fact that I'm thinking about the fans travelling to bloody London and the South Coast. It's not far. So it's like I say, for me, it's a win-win for any of the fans and for anybody that loves the derbies. Like I said, from what I saw yesterday, if I'm honest with you, there was a real element of luck. Really cracking second goal, to be fair, to win it for them. But it wouldn't have bothered me if Sheffield United had come up, because they, unfortunately, both sides don't look good enough to stay in the Premier League unless they really work with the miracles with whatever finances they get. A bit of a look at Eddie Howe on the bench there and in these dugouts, nice and relaxed by the looks of it, which is great to see. And the lads are in the huddle, ready for the kickoff. I haven't seen any dinosaurs as of yet in the crowd, so that's going to be an interesting one. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at half time. Queen of Art. Scumberland going up just means we get opportunities to take the mickey. Yeah, exactly. The lads are just taking the knee. And here we go. Newcastle to kick off. Fabian Schär now knocks the ball up to Murphy on this right-hand side. Murphy looks to drill the ball into Isak, and half a turn from Isak, who straight away getting muscled out there. Isak just looking at the referee. Harvey Barnes quick with a throw-in to Murphy. Back to Bruno now. To Isak, to Schär. Just on the halfway line, gives it into Bruno's feet. And just plays it along to Botman, just getting a feel of the ball. And again, no Everton players trying to force the issue. Nice long ball down towards Tino, and unfortunately, Gordon just couldn't pick that second ball up. And this is where Everton become a little bit dangerous. Alcaraz now just running into the half space. Mikalenko. Back to Ndai. It's just, you took a risk there, Ashley Young. I thought he was going to get beaten there. Mikalenko again. Inside to, again, it's a crazy situation, this. It's like I say, Everton are at the races a little bit. Nice ball through to Harvey Barnes, into the middle with Bruno. Harvey Barnes on the overlap. Got to the byline. Got Murphy there. Murphy got to touch on the ball. Again, just trying to drill the ball across the box. Oh, I thought that was going to fall to Gordon. It does fall to... It's a little bit of ping pong, and the referee's got in front of Tonali there. Out to Tino now on that left-hand side. Isak's just moved outside the box now. Just again, working that front line. This is what we missed when Wilson was in there. Nice give and go from Tino and Tonali. Tonali now gets it into the box to the back stick. Murphy's just letting the ball run. It was a half attempt at a header. Plays the ball back to Fabian Schär. Into Bruno now, who's got him, again, an inside right position. That's a foul, referee. Surely to God. Thank you. Alcaraz there, a little bit tempting fate, I think. Alcaraz trying to get the ball back there, but he's got body and in front of ball, ball and stuff like that. But Alcaraz was trying to come through the side of him. Good opportunity to get a good cross in here for Newcastle. Come on, Tonali. Just on the inside right position, around about 36 yards out from goal, a little bit wide. So this is perfect opportunity for either Tonali or Murphy to put a little bit of movement on this ball. Pickford's just about on the 5-yard mark. Oh, nice little floated ball in. Ooh. Again, they did the usual technique where Tonali goes to take it. He puts his foot on the ball and rolls it back for Murphy to hit a moving ball. Gives it a little bit more pace. And I thought the shape of it was going to come through to Isak. But it's been headed clear by Mykolenko out for a corner to Newcastle. Tonali across to take the corner then. It's going to be an outswinger. All the big boys, all the big guns in the penalty area. Tonali drills one hard and low, but again, it's half blocked. And the lads try and work the system, but not very well from Everton there. Straight into Murphy, who gives it to Tonali. Tonali just being dragged back a little bit there, but the referee's allowing play on. Some good movement out of the midfield from Everton. Oh, there's 3-on-2 here at Everton. A good ball. There's a foul though. There you go. Garner there. I don't know what was happening there because there was some nice movement from Guy who moved from the midfield. He'd got a clear run, and then as he went up to feed the ball towards Beto and Dye, he just disappeared. Oh, there's a good ball down the line for Isak. Isak comes inside. Ball comes out towards Anthony Gordon, who hits the ball from distance, but it's well over the bar. I mean, that was a bit going for glory there. To be fair, I don't think the shot was ever on from 35, well, about 30 yards there, and the ball was always high over Pickford's box. But there was a little bit of a give and go between Beto and Guy there. Guy had lots of room, and the ball broke really well. And like I say, there was a little bit of a slip with Bruno, but it looked like he got his ankles clipped. That's the reasons why the referee gave the free kick. Ball given away again by Bruno there, coming through the middle. Again, typical with the sunshine, the contrast is ridiculously high on the cameras on that right-hand side when the sun's out. Ball's out for a throw into to Everton, just on the halfway line. 5 minutes, 0-0. It's certainly not come here for a walk in the park. Everton, they're certainly having a go at it, which is good to see. Well done, Anthony Gordon, for winning that ball back. Tino up the world for Isak, but again, not great ball. Fed through to Mykolenko, who gets it back to Pickford. Pickford now just waiting to try and see who's on. Again, looking down, going long for Alcaraz to get on the enter. But again, so easy for the likes of Fabian Schär there and Botman. Schär trying to get it down the line to feed Murphy. Schär into Botman. Again, I don't think the long ball over the top will benefit Everton at all today unless we fall asleep. Nice give and go again, and Gordon gets rattled on the ankle, the inside of the ankle, by Ashley Young. Nice little ball down the line. Nice touch then from Anthony Gordon into Tina. Botman now out to Fabian Schär. Just inside the Everton half. Murphy. Bruno. Tonali. Back out to Murphy, who keeps this width on the right-hand side. Ball knocked in towards Tino, who'd done a diagonal left to right run, but he was just looped up in the air, and it's easy for Pickford to get out the air. Pickford again looking just to drill the ball hard and long. Beto wins it this one, but again, nobody running in behind, so easy for Newcastle to pick up. But again, Tonali there, just and Schär, just been a bit too much on Ndai. Free kick now to Everton. Looks like Ndai just trying to pick the pieces out of this one, but again, that's a really poor decision. Moyes turns in disgust there because it was a a ball that was anticipated by nobody. Pickford's in a bit of trouble here, but he manages to get out of it well, being closed down by Isaac and Die. Gay out to Alcaraz, and again the ball down this left-hand side. Alcaraz to run onto. Oh, sorry, it's Mick. I don't know that is 37. Looks like they've swapped places. That was Garner that had run down the line, creating that extra body down this left-hand side. So again, players running from deep for Everton. Interesting move that was. Like I say, he made himself. There was 2-on-2 there. If he again played the right ball, he made two or three touches on the ball, and it was a half chance if he'd played the ball early for Everton there. So they did get behind us. Got to be careful there. Gordon up to Isaac. Back to Botman, back into Isaac, who'd come a little bit deep now, and he's just looking for runners in front of him. Just trying to tempt... don't diddle on the ball there, Tino. Harrison just knocking Tino off. Like I said, very much like Harrison's the one who's going to be the boy jockeying back to try and support Ashley Young. Ball out by Tonali out to Gordon. Again, hugging that left-hand touchline. Tino makes a nice run inside on the inside left position again, but again back to Gordon now. Gordon goes square to Tonali. Tonali now looking to drill out the ball to Murphy. Murphy with a touch inside, but again little deflection and it falls to a blue shirt. And Gay try and feed Alcaraz down that left-hand side, but again heavy touch, and Fabian Shaw just gets it out for a throw into Everton, just inside the Newcastle half. Moyes just having a word with Ndai. There's some movement. Keane. Back to Pickford. Again, Pickford looking to launch one. Looking for Beto. Again, trying to isolate Botman there. But Beto's got around Botman. Looking to shape it towards Ndai. Ndai had blocked. And it's cleared. Half cleared by Bruno. Again, Everton pick up the pieces here. A couple of times now where Beto's isolated Botman and beat him that time. So again, got to be careful. Ball whipped in, but again, too long. It's over everybody's head, and it's a goal kick from Harrison for Newcastle. A couple of warning signs there for Newcastle. Botman let the ball bounce, and once he loses the ball, and like I say, he's trying to get his body in between, and he overruns himself. And again, Beto tries just to get Ndai, and the ball's blocked. But a bit dodgy that was from Botman. Tried to follow the player rather than the ball. I do like this new shirt though, the new strip that the lads are wearing, and that blue pinstripe, very nice. Ndai back to Mykolenko. Drilled into Alcaraz. Again, Ndai trying to go down the line. Beats Murphy. Shaw trying to stand him up. Plays the ball back towards Alcaraz. Alcaraz has gone more central, but that's an awful shot by Alcaraz there. Drags it wide. Went for glory. A bit of a distance out. 30 yards, 25, 30 yards. But again, you can see the effort from Ndai. Really good down that left-hand side for Everton. Like I say, it was an awful shot from Alcaraz, who's gone more central now, swapping places with Ndai. He's like a little bit isolated through the middle, to be fair, at the minute. Mykolenko down towards Ndai. Gay now to Garner. Out to Harrison. Back to Ashley Young on that right-hand side. Okay. Oh, what a poor ball. Harvey Barnes picks it up to Newcastle, who sees it all the way back to Pope. Dan Burn into Tonali. It's just dropped a little bit deeper to Nolly just to overload. Bruno again playing a little deeper than norm. It's just allowing Everton just to close the half space. Botman, heavy first touch. I thought Beto could have got there, but manages to get it out of his feet into Tonali, into Murphy now. Plays it back to Shaw. Shaw drills a diagonal ball. That looks a good ball for Gordon to run onto. Gordon now just gets challenged by Harrison. It's a corner to Newcastle. It's time for the lucky Brune to come out because it's getting a bit nervy. Our lads look a little bit nervous. I must admit, there's been one or two little heavy touches from the likes of Botman in that defensive area. So just need to settle down a little bit on that ball. Fingers crossed we get somewhere out of this one. Anthony Gordon, I think, is going to take the corner. It's into the feet of Anthony Gordon from Bruno. Tonali now tries to drill it in, but it's charged down from Gay, and it's gone all the way back into the Newcastle half for a throw into Newcastle. Taken by Tonali, through back to Pope quickly. Pope goes long again, and the lads have stayed high upfield, but again, it's aimed at nobody in particular. And it's straight out of to the throw into Everton. Really poor when you've got the tall boys still upfield from the corner kick, not to be able to pick a player out. It's ridiculous. It's the one thing the Popey just doesn't seem to do very well. Keep it on the island. Mikalenko with a throw into Ndai. Again, given away cheaply by Everton to Shaw. Bruno now. Into the centre circle to Dan Burn, just moving over into the Everton half. Out to Tino, who gone out, comes inside. He's a couple of tackles, falls at Everton's way. Harrison down the line to Ashley Young. Ashley Young again trying to feed Beto, being tracked by Botman, and deflection from Botman, and it's a throw into Everton now. He's so isolated, Beto, and yet he's working the line really well. It's causing Botman one or two issues. 15 minutes gone, 0-0. Are they going to commit bodies into the box, Everton? It certainly looks that way. Keane and O'Brien, let's having a word. Some movement now. Ball comes to the back stick, just over the bar and straight out for a goal kick. Just hit too much pace on. Nicely whipped in, though. Gone short this time. Botman to Burn on this left-hand side. Burn with a little bit of grass to run into, but he plays it back to Botman, who goes square to Fabian Shaw. Certainly been a little bit scrappy defensively, I must admit, considering they've not really got at us. We've created more problems ourselves. Oh, well done, Burn. And that inside left position, he plays a lovely little ball down to Anthony Gordon, who gets it into, just a poor cross in the end from Anthony Gordon. Couldn't wrap his left foot round it to keep it in, and it's out for a goal kick. But again, well played, Dan Burn. Nice little drop of the shoulder there. Everton just allowing him to run with the ball. Garner come out to challenge him, but again, just didn't really do a lot. Pickford goes long. Again, trying to isolate Beto there and Shaw, but headed clear by Shaw. Oh, there's a lucky deflection there for Everton. And Guy just rides a couple of challenges, gives it to Pickford, who goes long again. Again, looking, there's a barge in the shoulder from Beto on Botman. Throwing to Everton. Alcaraz all the way back to Keane. Ashley Young down the line to Harrison. Back to Ashley Young. O'Brien now. All the way back to Pickford. Pickford again, long. Again, ball goes over the top of Murphy this time, and it's fell to Mikalenko. Plays it to Ndoi. Alcaraz. It's definitely Alcaraz playing central, and Ndoi's come onto the left-hand side with Mikalenko. Mikalenko again. Oh, it's a poor ball from Alcaraz. And Tonali runs over the halfway line down this right-hand side. Again, no black and white shirt. He's still got it, Tonali. Tonali dinks it into the box towards Isak, and it's come to the edge of the box to Bruno. Bruno now just about 22 yards out. Holds the ball up. Shows a bit of strength there. Back out to Tonali on this right-hand side. Tonali gives it back to Bruno. All the way back to Fabian Schär. Now Everton player pressing Schär. They've all literally just backed off him onto the edge of the box. Bruno now. Just looking for some movement into Gordon's feet. Gordon now. He's got Byrne and Isak out on that left-hand side. Isak now looking to give and go with Gordon. Oh, it's just gone a little bit south there. It's back out with Everton with Beto. Beto gives it back to Ashley Young. Harrison now on the inside right position. Harrison out to Keane, to Mikalenko. Alcaraz now. One touch out of his feet and it's Ndoi. Back down the line to Mikalenko. Murphy follows him all the way. Plays it into Pope, who hoofs it high rather than long. And that's out for a throw into Newcastle. Seems a very, very sloppy. I don't know what you guys feel. Tonali just having tie his laces. Certainly, Barnes has been a little bit isolated. Like I say, Isak's going more out onto that left-hand side to try and overload the Ashley Young. Well, that's a dodgy ball as well from Isak across the square there. It's headed clear by Tino, but Ashley Young picks it up. Going now. Give and go with Guy and Alcaraz. Beto gets a foul off Bruno. Lads seem very nervous. At the minute. Free kick just off centre on that right-hand side. About 35 yards out. Alcaraz looks to be lining this one up. Going to be some shot if he's looking to get one in here. He's certainly going to be kicking. Oh, yeah, he does. He goes, kicks through the bladder. Gets some movement on the ball. Hard and low to Pope's right, but it was easy in the end. Just two in the wall, though, to be fair. Comes through a couple of bodies. Tino down that left-hand side up to Gordon. It's again poor play between Gordon and Tino. It seems very huff and puff between these two, if I'm honest with you. Just ball out of play on the halfway line. Just not working at the minute. Everton lose the ball there. Gordon brings the ball out up to Harvey Barnes now, just on the halfway line. Murphy on the right side of him. Oh, that's a terrible ball, Harvey. I mean, it was the right idea, but it was just overhit. Again, that's what happens when you've not been having the ball at feet. It just a little bit rushed. Great run left to right from Isak. And the ball was pushed through to him, but it was well overhit from Harvey Barnes. Pickford goes long again, isolating. It's a headed out to play from Botman, but he could have just left it. Again, he just get some calls. boys. Popey saw that all the way. I mean, why didn't Pope just say to Botman then, leave it? You know, it's going to come all the way through. Better would give it up. Putting pressure on ourselves here, and even Trippier's questioning what's going on. Garner looks like he's going to try and launch one into the box. He does. Good header. Clearance that was from Botman. Comes back out to Garner and Dyke tries to get it back into the box, but it's Bruno. Come on, lad. Garner with a shot. Good save from Popey there. Really hard shot down to the left-hand side of Pope. It's fallen to Tino now, who's running to the halfway line. Tino still got the ball. Closed down. Oh, that's foul, referee. The yellow card, surely. For Guy. I mean, he tracked him back, but Tino did superbly well there. Again, really poor ball from Bruno out. Fell in the feet for Garner just to get a shot off there. A good save again from Popey down to that left-hand side. I mean, it wasn't into the corner, but I mean, it was well struck, swerving away from the keeper. Good shape on the ball. I say Everton definitely up for this one. Newcastle, unfortunately, just creating their own problems. Idrissa Gueye with a really clumsy challenge on Tino. Tonali going to float this one into the box, hopefully with a bit of pace. Towards the back stick. Headed, cleared easy though, and cleared forward by Guy. Picked up by Tino, given to Murphy. Murphy got a bit of room again. Drills the ball into the back stick, but again, too close to Pickford. And Pickford claims. A little bit of laughter going on with Pickford there and Burn. Just having a look as it stands at the minute. 25 to 67 points. All the teams around us still the same. Everybody on 67 points. Good tackle there from Botman. Tonali gives the ball to Burn. Tino. Tonali just got his foot trud on there. He's hobbling a little bit. Shaw just onto the halfway line. Goes left to Dan Burn. Again, a little bit of grass to run into. Dan Burn carries on his run. Gordon, Tonali, Bruno, Tonali. Out to Murphy. Shaw, back to Murphy. Into Isak's feet, who's come deep again, just moving Keane out of the centre areas. Keane's definitely man-marking him. He's following him everywhere. So something that really Harvey Barnes can probably work and exploit if you move it. Tino with a good ball into the box. Out towards Barnes. Oh! First touch just moved away from him and Pickford managed to pick that second ball up. Really good work again from Tino. Floated into that back stick. It was missed by, I think that was Mikalenko. At the moment, it wasn't. It was Ndai who moved the ball and he jumped past the ball, and unfortunately that must have blindsided Harvey Barnes because the ball hit him, and unfortunately the deflection went straight back to Pickford. Just wasn't expecting Ndai to miss that ball. Burn now drills the ball down towards Gordon. Gordon tries to head the ball into Isak, but easily picked off from Garner. Ashley Young just moves the ball down, but it's picked up by Burn into Bruno now, who's driving centrally. Out to Murphy. Gives the ball back to Shaw. Gives it back to Murphy. Harvey Barnes just on the inside right of Murphy. Murphy now plays it all the way back to Bruno. Tonali. Bruno. Again, Newcastle growing with a little bit of confidence here. Murphy. Back to Fabian Shaw again. No press from Everton. Newcastle still feeling a bit patient here from this build-up. All 11 get blue shirts behind the ball. Out to Murphy. Inside to Tonali. Got a bit of room to move into. Tonali into the box. Goes square, but it's deflected from Keane. Oh, Alcaraz goes to the ground really easy. Keane now just launches it forward, but that should be easy for Shaw and Beto collide. And it's a bit of a crazy one because Shaw's left on the floor. He looks a bit dazed. I don't know whether he's got a bit of a headbutt in the back of the head here from Beto. Ball's just cleared, and Shaw. Oh yeah, it was his shoulder. It was Beto's shoulder into the jaw of Shaw. Shaw's just dazed a little bit with his uppercut. Just slight delay. Well, Fabian Shaw gets a bit of attention, and scenes on Eddie Howe now talking to Anthony Gordon. Ball bounced. Shaw's back on his feet, but he's still holding his jaw there. Dan Burn. Back to Botman. Shaw now over the halfway line. Looks again to the diagonal ball towards Tino, but again, Pickford. Bit too easy for Pickford to pick out the air. Again, Pickford looks for Alcaraz over that top. Botman clears well this time. Again, isolating Botman through the centre between Alcaraz and Beto. Certainly very busy, Alcaraz, without the quality, if I'm honest, but causing some issues with his pace. Gordon now on that left-hand side. Burn overlaps him. Gordon comes inside this time. Plays a square ball towards Isaac, but it's easily cut out of Garner. Botman back to Bruno. Bruno going on that left-hand side. Out to Dan Burn, to Tino. Tonali. Got a chance of shot. Good shot from Tonali to the shoot all from Isaac. Saved by Pickford. Good shot from Tonali around about 22 yards out. Ball just bounces in front of Pickford. He gets his hands to it, but can only push it wide. It was a slight deflection as well. Comes out to Isaac. First insect was just to get a shot off. And that's another save by Pickford as well. Pickford's enjoying himself. He's enjoying the banter. Dan Burn sitting on Pickford with Alfie Harrison. A little bit of a jostling going on. Oh, I just got frozen picture there. The ball come in. I didn't see what happened there. I think it was Fabian Shaw who gets the last header. Just going to see the replay. Ball floated towards the 8-yard area. And yeah, it was just Fabian Shaw just trying to get his on it, but he just couldn't get over the top of it. And it was just looped over the bar from Fab Shaw. Powit, and I didn't even know it. Again, looking to isolate Fabian Shaw there. Beto plays a good ball inside, but wasn't picked up by Everton. And it's just cleared. Virtually in line with the Everton penalty line now, penalty box for a throw into Everton. Mikolenko throws down the line towards Beto. Beto's playing with a lot of strength here. Like I say, he's causing the back three some hassle when he goes touch tight to them. He's on the half turn all the time, and he's just pure strength and guile. Allowing Dan Burn just to run as far as they want down that left-hand side. Gordon now picking up a little bit of momentum. And again, Ashley Young there he's saying there was nothing touched on Anthony Gordon. He's going out there, he's having a right go at Anthony Gordon, who seemed to go over really easy, to be fair. I don't know how much was on that, but Anthony Gordon just puts his arm around him. Oh, I think he's actually gifted one there, to be fair. I think Anthony Gordon was expecting it, but Ashley Young backed out, and Anthony Gordon just fell over his leg, and there was no contact at all from Ashley Young. He's fuming. Ashley Young is there. 33 minutes gone, 0-0 to score draw at the minute. I mean, it's crazy because, like I say, it's been very bitter. Newcastle just seeming to get on top of the game now after half an hour. But really poor start, if I'm honest. Tonali now. Into the box. Oh, headed clear off the head of Dan Burn. Mikolenko. Again goes long, looking for Alcaraz. Good header there from Tina. Poor first touch. Free kick from, again, Bruno. Giving a free kick away where we had the opportunity to get the ball back there. Being left to Pickford. Again, Pickford. It's well done that time. Trying to isolate again, Beto and Shaw, but again overhit. Straight out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Up to Dan Burn now. Tino, poor first touch, but he managed to get out of his feet and he dinks a ball down the line to Gordon. But again, Gordon's got two players on him. Into Ngay. Down towards Alcaraz, but good touch from Bruno. Gets it away from Alcaraz. Botman now. Into Bruno. Shaw to the right of him. Isak come deep again, trying to pull Keane and O'Brien out of that defensive line. Bruno now just pushing Everton further back to Tonali. Burn out to Gordon, again hugging that left-hand line. Gordon trying to take on Ashley Young. Gets the ball into the box. Good delivery. Headed clear by Mikolenko. For corner to Newcastle. Again, good play down that left-hand side. Seemed to be, again, isolating Ashley Young and Gordon when they go one-on-one. And that's why Harrison is so important to the Everton system at the minute, because he's got the legs, Harrison. They're doubling up on Gordon. But like I said, with Bird now being able to exploit that position as well. Ball into the penalty box. Header by Botman. He had a free header, but he headers it into the ground and Pickford's able just to palm it over the bar. He's 6 yards out. He's got to be doing better than that, if I'm honest with you. He gets himself clear. Headers the ball. I think it was Garner who was marking him. And because of that tussle, just puts him off the timing of the header. But it was a clear header, if I'm honest. Tonali again. Outswinger this time. Again, central. Oh, another one by Fab Shaw. I think that's a deflected over this time from the header from Fab Shaw. Another corner to Newcastle. Great corner kicks, these, to be fair. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box with pace. One good head on target here. Come on, a shot. Oh! Another. Did that hit the post outside of the post from Botman? Or was that saved? The ball drops into the corner of the 6. Oh, it's saved by Pickford's foot again. Another corner. Again, really knocking on the door now, Newcastle. Come on, boys. Tonali back into the box. Really good free kick. I don't know what I'm talking about. Corner kick back out to Murphy. Tonali back out to Murphy. Murphy gets a touch, brings it down. I don't know what happened there to Garner. Garner went down as though he's been shot by a sniper. Oh, Murphy's just trying to... Sorry, there's a drag back. That's going to be a yellow card. Yeah, exactly. You can't... Murphy trying to be clever there, and he's dropped everybody in the crap because the lads in defence had stayed up. And the ball fell nice to Alcaraz, and Fabian Shaw, who's on the retreat, drags Alcaraz back by the hand, and he has to take a yellow card for the team there, and he's fuming. Fabian Schär at Murphy. Because Murphy he had all the time in the world. Just play the ball, but he brings it back and then tries a little dinking of the ball in the central areas, and it's blocked. And we're on the defence straight away. Fab Schär's still having a go at him. Fabian Schär is absolutely fuming and getting that yellow card when there was no need to. I mean, he brings the ball central, and like I say, he's got all the time just to play the ball. But again, he just goes and goes and goes and then brings it back central, and then it just gets closed down. Gain now. Ball down the line for Mykolenko to Ronta. This is going to hold up. Mykolenko, good ball into the box. Header! What a save from Pope. From Alcaraz's header there. Great save. Looked like it was going into the roof of the net there. Good ball down the line for Mykolenko. Mykolenko hits the ball first time into the box. You got Alcaraz running to the penalty spot. He's in front of Botman or Harbour. Yeah, it's in Byrne. He's in front of Byrne. Gets well in front of Byrne. Gets the header on target. It's a flying save from Pauper, who manages to tip it over the bar. Superb save. Great first half, from Everton. They haven't been negative at all in this game. They've really took it to Newcastle, and Newcastle have been at fault for their own demise here and pressure. Ball into the box. Pope comes up to punch. Gets it clear. Only half clear though. It's going to be drilled back paint from from Ashley Young. Header again this time from Beto, but it's gone over the bar. I can't get my words out. I'm that bloody nervous. It was a free kick, corner. It was anything apart from being what it was. Oh my God. You wouldn't be a Newcastle fan if you had the choice. So bloody nerve-wracking. What are you doing here, lads? Get rid of the ball, for God's sake. Botman to Byrne. I mean, Byrne just played down the line. Oh, jeez. What are we doing here? We are literally putting ourselves under so much pressure when there is no need to. I mean, even the gaffer on the sideline, he's questioning what the bloody hell's going on here. Ashley Young now with a throw-in. Harrison leaves it for Young again. Gay into the box. Headed clear by Schär. Again, booted clear by Harvey Barnes this time. Headed back towards Keane. There's a bit of a coming together in the middle. It fell to a blue shirt. Now Beto was totally off balance there. Oh, it wasn't. Was it Gay? It could have been Gay, to be fair. Oh, again, Murphy with a inside ball that's been easily picked up by Everton, but it's fallen back to Bruno. Gordon now to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes having a look to get it ahead of his feet. Isak on this right-hand side, on the inside right position. Gives it back to Murphy. Murphy takes a touch, goes towards the byline, but it's easy for them to get the ball. And then Dyer's just made the challenge, and it's out for a corner kick to Newcastle. Looks a bit flustered and Dye. Come on, Tonali, bit of quality, sunshine. I don't know what we're doing at the back, because we seem to be just allowing them to put pressure on us. Just having a look at the replay there. Tonali in towards the back part of the stick. It's come all the way to Isak, who's got time to control it. Isak brings it back onto his good foot. Gordon gets charged down this time, the shot from Gordon. There's a offside. Right, okay. I wondered what the linesman was doing there. He's calling an offside for somebody. Yeah, Isak's just questioning who was that to and who was it against. Looks like Isak had... it's the edge of the 6-yard box. Okay. Pickford goes long again. Looking for Beto. Beto's able to chest it down and die. Turns Bruno easily. And again, just Ndiaye on a mission here. He's taking on the world. Unfortunately, he's run out of room down this left-hand side with some pressure from Tonali and Murphy. 61% possession to Newcastle, 39 to Everton. It's not been easy though. Like I say, possession means nothing. Like I say, they've certainly taken the game to Newcastle. Ball over the top for Isaac to chase, but that's going to be easy for Keane. Plays it all the way back to Pickford. Pickford low and hard towards, I think that's into Gay. Pickford goes long again, isolating Beto. Shaw to Botman. Burnt on the halfway line to Bruno. Bruno up to Isaac again, back to Bruno. Back to Burnt. Back to Bruno, playing that left-hand channel. Again, just trying to isolate the left-hand side. Isaac to Gordon. Gordon fires one into the box, but it's easily cleared from Keane. I think it might have been O'Brien. The glare of the sun, guys. Sorry about this. It's not great to watch when you've got the glare of the sun. Gordon now. Burn. Gone more to Botman in centre. Out to Shaw. Right hand side to Murphy. Murphy runs inside. Barnes goes onto the outside. Bruno now. Again, challenged by two players. Bruno. Little back heel into Murphy. Takes two players out here. Murphy just holding on to the ball too long. Back into Bruno. Bruno feeds the ball into Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes, come on, lad! Fucking hell. Try and just drill the ball across the box, the 6-yard box. Just trying to take the bloody ball on. Just doing all these stupid step overs. I mean, like I say, he's not had a great game, Harvey Barnes, to be fair. And again, unfortunately, that he hasn't had too many touches of the ball. He just seems well off it today. 45th minute, 0-0. Not good enough. Ball again, looking for Beto, but it's gone over Botman, or Burn, sorry, I think it was Burn. Ball up the line now to Murphy. Murphy got a bit of grass to run into. Plays the ball into Harvey Barnes, who's central. Coming together between Harvey Barnes and Garner. Bruno. Out to Gordon. Gordon's got Tino on the outside. Brings it back into Bruno. Tonali now. Tonali looks up, plays the ball out to Murphy, who's hugging this right-hand touchline. Murphy tries to put a ball into Isaac, who had made the diagonal. Murphy with the throw-in to Fabian Shaw. Shaw now just looking for an easy ball. Gives it to Isaac's feet. Out to Murphy. Murphy back into Isaac. Come out the box now, Isaac, just to try and get involved and get some players moving from around him. Burn. Gordon. It's all 5-yard passes. Pendulum work. Gordon comes back inside, plays it to, it's half time. Again, just everything just taking its time, just far too easy. And that's half time. Not the greatest of first halves, if I'm honest with you. Seems very much like we've given them. Oh, Emmy Martin's been sent off. Crazy. Shelley of Blue. Welcome on board, matey. Nice to have you. One of the Toffee members here. You're more than welcome, buddy. Team's done well first half, mate. I really did thought you were. I mean, we created our own issues, if I'm honest with you. But I thought you've created really well. Very lackluster. I totally agree, Colton. Manchester City are winning. It says 2 nuts. I'm going to go into the half-time result, the scores in a second. See what's going on in the world of the Premier League. Really crazy first half. Like I said, I don't know what the hell was going on there. So much for get into them. They sound like they've had the best chances. They mate, Tony, like I said, they've had 2 really good shots at goal. I mean, well, I say with the header from Alcaraz, I think it's probably 3 really good attempts, to be fair. Not great, though, from Newcastle, the first half, if I'm honest. Bournemouth, Leicester, 0-0, still in the first half. Fulham, 1-0 down to Man City, as we've already heard. West Ham beating Ipswich. Crystal Palace beating Liverpool. Man United and Villa 0-0 at half time. 0-0 for us, obviously. Forest and Chelsea 0-0. And Arsenal 1-0 up against Southampton. Tottenham are beating Brighton 1-0. And Brentford are beating Wolves 1-0. Yeah, interesting. First half. And I just find it a little bit crazy, if I'm honest. Once again, trying to be far too cute in front of goal. Tonali's strike led to exactly what we needed. Shoot the ball outside the box from make Pickford work. Yeah, it's been a crazy first half, if I'm honest with you. Like I say, Harrison's having to work really hard because he's supported Ashley Young on that right hand side. But there's been some movement from Alcaraz and Ndai, and Ndai's caused us no end of problems when he's run down that line. Beto, like I say, he's like I thought he would. He's going to isolate Shah in the air, and again, his muscle, he's just outperformed us. There's been some really good work from Mikolenko to support Ndai down this left-hand side. And like I say, I really think, like I say, Everton have played very well in the first half. But I do believe, if I'm honest with you, we are guilty of our own demise at times. We are struggling to do the simple things, and I do find it strange the way we just seem to play that short ball, but it doesn't go to feet. Barnes has had a really poor first half. Gordon, again, some of his decision making has been poor at times. End product, again, we've just seen some of the highlights. We've had some really good opportunities to exploit Everton's goal, but we just seem well off it today. Need to have a better second half if we're going to get anything from this game. I just think we just need to be a little bit sharper in this second half, and hopefully we can get something from it. But very disappointed with the Newcastle first 45 minutes, if I'm honest with you. Bits and pieces, but nothing spectacular. Shelley Toffee Blue. We're a million times better since we stopped playing Deutsch ball. Yeah, mate. We said you were going to be and it's relaxed time. You're going to finish 13th. But like I say, you can see you're playing with no pressure whatsoever, and we're putting ourselves under so much pressure. It's ridiculous. I think Brant saying Bruno and Tonali have been good. I think sometimes they're too close. You need your 260s to be close, but I think they sometimes fill each other's space. I think we need a little bit more rotation. I'd like to see Gordon drop in, like I say, move players around. Tino drops into that inside left position. Gordon stays on the left-hand side. Burn then draws players in. And then you get, like I say, you get to, you look at where our players are, and you've got Bruno, Tonali, Burn, Tino, all in the same 15-yard line, if you like. And I think if you're going to start doing that, you've got to start doing boxes. You've got to start doing triangles, gives and goes into the half space. We just look a little bit too flat for me in that middle of the park when you've got Burn moving up to them areas. So a little bit more needs sorting, if I'm honest with you. That's the result of a formation we aren't used to. But overall, Bruno and Tonali have been good, in my opinion. It's our front three that's let us down. Everton aren't really letting us play that much in and around the back of them. They're sitting very deep. We know that O'Brien and Keane aren't very pacey. Ashley Young isn't very pacey. And I just don't think we've got we aren't making the right decisions at the best of times. And like I say, when you've got a crowded area, I think sometimes you've got to be good. And like I say, there's only Tonali really that's had a go from outside the box. Needs something happening. But no, I think you've done really well, if I'm honest with you. So who's this gaming breakdown? Again, we're happy to have everybody on board, but I'll tell you something now, mate. Gonna be new shittle. I mean, come on, mate. If you don't come on with a name, if you're gonna come on and be nasty, then come on and give your ID up. Get rid of him anyway. Interesting thoughts though. Trivia could be coming on second half. You think Murphy sleeping defensively sometimes on the right needs to wake up? Yeah, like I say, you saw with Shaw giving him a bit of a telling off. I don't think he was best pleased when it come to that. So will be interesting to see what happens there. Yeah, Garner got on a yellow card. You're right. I mean, he's. I mean, he needed it as well, though. Unfortunately, he tracked back so well. Terrible shout by Eddie playing this crap 3-4-3. It don't work. It didn't work against Arsenal, and yet we're playing it again. We're a shambles. I don't think it is a shambles, Mansour. It doesn't. It isn't the fact that we haven't got the possession, because we have. What we haven't got is any idea when it comes to the final third with a team that obviously are sitting reasonably deep. We're playing all the ball in and around us. The system does work. You've just got to have players committing to the cause. And at this present moment in time, you're trying to create that perfect goal. And even the likes of Liverpool struggle against stuff like this. So I mean, it ain't a problem for me. The problem is the fact that, like I say, it's all about taking the opportunities and, like I say, to shoot, to get them to close you down. They're standing off us. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Right then, I am just going to take a little break before the second half starts. We're going to come back and have some of your comments. I'm just going to quickly go to the little boy's room, and then I'll be right back with you. So, where are we? Be back in 5, guys. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a look at some of the chat. Barnes is okay in that position, but not great against low blocks. We are desperate for a player who can cut inside. Cheese on his left in the summer. I think we've got to look at we've got to look at the situation where we're at. You know, we've had all of the play in the wrong areas, if you like. Halftime predictions, people: 2-1 Villa, Man City, Forest 1-2 to Chelsea, and Newcastle 1-1 with Everton. Ooh. I mean, I think if we can get one, we can get two easy. I think it'll be a case of, you know, what has been the defining thing for me was the movement from Ndiaye and Alcaraz. Alcaraz has been, very busy in the middle of the park. You've got Garner and Garner, if you like, in the middle, sitting. And when we've advanced the ball, like I said, it's all about decisions when you get into the final third. And I think we've taken far too long to make that pass. And unfortunately, you take two touches and the space that you had originally is gone. To me, there's got to be triangles. You know, you've got 5, sometimes 6 players in good attacking situations, and the ball is just delayed into the areas. And yeah, I mean, listen, this is if we don't score, you know, it really is a chance of them nicking one, as daft it looks, because we are going to have to throw everything as the game draws on. And that's going to be the thing. As the minutes clock on now, we are going to get more and more into this. You know, let's just throw another front man on. Let's throw another attacking option on. I just think, unfortunately for me, the player that has really been poor for a couple of decision making and some of his sloppiness has been Murphy today. I think Murphy has really been sloppy, and again, unfortunately, that hinders Barnes because the ball's just not been there. We just need to be switched on a little bit more. We need to be driving this ball into the box as much as we can. Well, I mean, like I said, we if he stays 3-4-3 and we don't win the game, then maybe there is a question mark of whether it hasn't got there. But again, you know, I can go back, you know, the Bromleys of this world, Wimbledon's. The low block is difficult for any team to muster if you don't have shots at goal. And we just need more shots at goal. Yeah, we've got players out there, you know, Tonali, Bruno. I mean, Anthony Gordon's tried a glory one from 30 yards. He doesn't need it. We don't need stuff like that. We need to be taking, you know, the shot when it counts and making the keeper work. If you just throw it over the bar, it's just far too easy. It's been Newcastle from around about 20 minutes up and again, it's Everton have broke into the channels that have caused us problems. But if you have a look at where they've caused trouble, is because they've isolated, like I said, the Fabian Schars of this world, and because Murphy's so advanced, we're expecting that ball. Should we continue playing the you know, even if we come away from this 3 centre half system that we've got, and again, the one thing I like about this with Botman dropping as your anchor man, is he too isolated with Beto when, you know, Beto stays high with Alcaraz especially, because that's your breakers. Them are the two from your centre that seem to be the ones looking at getting in and behind. So if we take the 3 one out away from the 3 and play a more attacking player, who do you bring on? Who would you bring on? Would you bring on another striker to go 2 up top, Wilson, perhaps, and go 4-2-4? What would be your thoughts on that? Because, like I say, you know, you could take your pick from maybe 3 or 4 players that could come off who's been pretty poor. I didn't think Botman had the best off, if I'm honest with you. I think some of his decision making has been really, you know, worrying at times. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know how you guys feel. We are still waiting for them to return for the second half. Interesting. But it's going to become more and more squeaky bum time, isn't it? When we get into this the 70th minute log. I wouldn't say is it. I mean, I know you guys are all having a chat amongst yourselves, but at times it's not even been a 4 in the midfield. We seem to be like 3-2-5 at times, 3-2-6, and even at times. And that's what I'm saying. It's not as if we aren't pressing. We are pressing, but I think sometimes you just get in each other's way. There's no pass on. You know, you got one player marking 2 players at times, which is crazy. We need to be hitting the box a little bit easier for me, getting them to work. And like I say, drawing Pickford to come and claim a couple of balls, and hopefully you pick something up from that. But at the minute, it's just been too easy. Far too easy. Yeah, you're right. Everton are doing to us what they did to Forest, Tony. You're right. Rugby there, what you're saying, yeah. Since it's simple to change 4-3-4-3 would guarantee a win. We played 4-3-3 against many teams at home and didn't win. What was the issue then? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Thanks, Random, for that one. That one has gone to... Oh, Connor. I thought you was a member. Come on, dude. Yeah, well, there you go. You've got your new membership now. The lads are coming back out on the field. Well, Everton are anyway. We do absolutely lack creativity in the final third. Oh, Everton giving us a guard of honour as we come out for the second half there in the tunnel, which was very nice of them, allowing the lads to get onto the field of play first. Willock's coming on. So it's interesting to see who's going off. Looks like we've already made that decision to go more in midfield. Botman's still out there anyway. Could be Fabian Shaw then, who took a smack in the face. So Willock on for Harvey Barnes. Oh, Anthony Gordon. Willock on for Anthony Gordon. There you go. Interesting one. So Willock's going down the left-hand side. Gordon off. Very interesting. Again, the doom of Everton. Not really cutting anything at all, has he, in the first half, if I'm honest with you. So let's see what Willock can bring. Come on, lads. 1 goal. Everton kick off. Here we go then. The second half. Goes long. And again, headed clear there by... So Harvey Barnes has come over to this left-hand side. Looks like we've gone to a more... Just trying to work out the system here. Going long again towards Beto. Headed clear by Botman. Only up in the air though, but again, won that second ball well. Bruno Tonali. Willock now down this left-hand side, challenged by Garner. Ashley Young will be loving that. Burn with the throw-in. I think we've gone back to a 4-3-3 with Byrne as left back and Tino as right back. That's what I'm making out at the minute. So let's see what happens. Botman and Shaw in the middle. Definitely looks that way. Good play here from Mundai again. He's skipped 2 plays. Harrison now running into the box. Harrison on the right-hand side. Driven it. Oh, is that the hand of Tino? Oh, everybody's shouting about handball here, you know. I wonder whether this will be looked at by VAR when the ball goes out. Okay, now. Garner into Alcaraz. Garner. Mikalenko back to Garner. Gay. Back in to Keane. And now O'Brien. Again, all the way back to Pickford. Yeah, it looks very much like we've gone a 4-3-3. That's kicked long by Pickford and it's gone all the way through to Pope. So Tino now at right back. You've got Bruno, Tonali and Willock in the middle. Harvey Barnes left-hand side and Murphy on the right-hand side. Fab Shah now goes out towards Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes brings it down on this left-hand side. Faces up towards, again, just does a 180 with Harrison. Oh, he plays the ball behind. Oh, what are you doing, lads? Stop looking at the players and follow the fucking ball. Harrison now into the middle with Ndai. There's the most dangerous player in my eyes, to be fair. Ball towards the box, but it's charged down by Tino. Tino managed to keep the ball in play in that corner flag, but again, he's challenged. I think that's gone out for a goal kick. Well done, Tino. Ball's driven across the box. It's flicked. Oh yeah, it was flicked up by Shaw, and it does hit the arm of Tino, but he's trying to get his hand out the way, to be fair. Dodgy ball again into Isak from Murphy. All the way back to Keane. O'Brien. Everton slow build up again. I've never seen a game with so many players looking at the players and stopping the players from trying to stop the player rather than just stop the ball. It's mental. Willock now. Harvey Barnes. Plays it back to Byrne. Botman. Tonali. Fabian Shaw. Out to Tino. Murphy, I don't know what the hell you're doing there, but he's got the ball back. Murphy gives it to Isak, central. Isak tries to drill the ball in to Willock, but it's easily picked up, and now it's a free kick. There's a tap on the ankles from Bruno and Gabe. I think he fell for that one, the referee. Again, it's very bitty on the edge of the box. Trying to thread a ball in between 4 blue shirts there, Isak, to... I can see the pass on. I mean, it was a good idea. Again, ball isolated to Beto. But he did kick clear by Botman that time. Out on the halfway line for a throw into Everton. Very, very sloppy. Newcastle, if I'm honest. Back to Pickford. Pickford easy out to Ashley Young. Plays it down to Garner. Harrison making the option down the right-hand side. That should be easy for Burnley. It is. Throw into Everton. Newcastle down to 5th now as Chelsea lead. Oh, bitey nails time. Keane. All the way back to Pickford. Pickford kicks. Oh, crikey, that's a terrible ball out to Keane from Pickford. It's a throw into Newcastle. Tino with a throw in. Bruno's feet. Back to Tino. Down on that right-hand side. Nice little triangles with Bruno and Murphy there. But Bruno's had to come all the way back. Botman's first touch was poor. He's giving that straight back to Everton. Again, gone long towards Beto. He's won the ball, flicked on, and Alcaraz is on this. Alcaraz now. He's got Harrison on the right-hand side. Alcaraz tries a shot. Good save again from Pope. Again, they're isolating Shaw and Beto. And Beto's won virtually every flick on. Ball into the box. It's cleared off. Ooh. Headed it over by Garner there from the corner. They are living by the shirt of the towel, mate, I tell you. Again, it's not cleared at the front post by Tino. It's flicked off, and it's got a clear header at goal there, Garner, but unfortunately it comes at him really quick. And he headers it over. And again, the ball over the top towards Harvey Barnes has gone straight through to Pickford. Jesus. Pickford throws the ball out to O'Brien. Didn't want it there, I don't think. Nice little ball out to Ashley Young, though, from Garner Gate. Ball down the line for Garner to run onto. Popey comes out for this one and just boots it clear. Poof. Everton just taking the time now. That's frustration time, I think. And they're going to get the crowd now, all looking a little bit subdued at St James's Park. Garner looking to hoof this ball in. Long throw again in towards the 6-yard box. Headed clear this time from Dan Burn. Garner Gay gives it back to Mikalenko. Gives it all the way back to Pickford. Again, he's just got the whole of the half to time-wise. And again, I don't know where he's aiming there, Pickford, but it's gone out for a throw into Newcastle. Deep in the Newcastle half, though. Lots of nail biters in the crowd, though, now. Dan Burn with the throw, just looking for movement. Creepy further forward down the line. Tonali's asking for it for feet. He's gone long towards Isaac. But he's given that straight. Oh, as I say, I thought that was an Everton throw, but we'll have it. Towards the halfway line. Burn again, throws it back to Botman. Fabian Shaw, 40 yards in front of our own goal. Back to Botman. Again, Everton just stepping off us. Tonali. Bruno. Burn. Jesus. Trying to play a crazy ball up to Willock there. The gaffer looks so frustrated, if I'm honest with you. Even Mad Dog. The crowd just clapping, just trying to get some momentum going. Everton down the left-hand side with Mikalenko. Alcaraz back to Garner Gate. In the second half, Everton have had 2 chances to our none. That's what I said. We are literally giving them all the hope here. If we don't get to grips with this bloody second half, we look like a team that's so nervous, it's unreal. Our first touches are awful. Some of the passing 10-yard passes are awful. Free kick to Everton, 10 yards inside the Newcastle half. Ashley Young now drills the ball into Gardagay. Again, Alcaraz using his shoulder to push Tino off the ball there, and he's got the referee's decision there. Throw in early. Gay throws it into the box. It's over the top. It's fallen to the back stick. Jesus Christ. Go on. Oh, it's Harrison. Harrison just flicks it up. I'm thinking it's going to lob into the back post there. Ball, just a simple ball into the box. It's gone over everybody. It falls to Harrison, who just lobs it up. And it had the feeling for me that it was just going to go and sit into the far post. Goes over the bar anyway. Harvey Barnes tries to play the ball over the back of O'Brien. There's a fall from Garner there. Willock now. Run into the byline, but Willock and Garner go to ground, and the ball's gone out of play for a goal kick to Everton. There's just not enough pressure on Pickford's goal at all. Trippier looks as though he's readying himself to come on. O'Brien throws it through the middle. Oh, who's that to, Botman? You're lucky, because that could have gone straight to Harrison there. Tonali, back to Bruno. Botman now just bringing the ball out of defence, plays it back into Tonali. Tonali out to Byrne, up to Harvey Barnes. Inside to Tonali, who's got a lot of grass to run into now, Tonali. Tonali plays the ball square, but again, it's behind Willock. It's a bad ball. Easy for Pickford to pick up. Everybody's questioning whether that was a back pass. Pickford just saying, get forward, boys. Long ball again. Beto wins their ball again. Botman is saying to Pope, come and get this one, which he does. Back, throws it to Shaw. Shaw down the line. Into Murphy, inside to Tino, who's run over inside right position, sorry. Tino on the overlap again. Ball over to the back stick. Harvey Barnes just tries to loop it back centrally. Unlucky there. Best move, really, for Newcastle for a long time. We got around the back of him. He's come from the centre out to the left-hand side, or our right-hand side. And again, we isolate Everton to a degree. There's a push in the back from Bruno on Ndai. I think Ndai conned the referee to a degree there. Free kick to Everton. Back with Pickford, who goes long again. Looking for Mikalenko this time, and Beto. It's headed clear. But back in with Botman. Byrne up the line to Harvey Barnes. Again, Ashley Young just following Harvey Barnes deep. Botman back to Byrne. Again, nobody really running behind Harvey Barnes to exploit that place when Ashley Young comes deep. Somebody's got to start taking that option. Looks like Tonali and Willock now have changed places. Willock's now playing right centre midfield and Tonali playing left centre midfield, with Bruno playing more centre. Byrne now on this left-hand side. Harvey Barnes on the left wing. Byrne now overlapping. Harvey Barnes give it to Byrne. Inside to Bruno. Bruno out to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes now standing the ball up to the back stick. Pickford punches clear. It's going to come out to Tino on that right-hand side. Tino gives it to Bruno, but again, not a great ball. And again, Murphy on his heels. For fuck's sake. But it wasn't a great ball, if I'm honest with you. It was a good ball in from Harvey Barnes on that right towards the back stick, shaping in towards the goal. Murphy comes to get the ball, but again, and now Ndai's gone down with a knee injury apparently. Trippier coming on. Do you reckon Botman's coming off? Who's coming off? Ndai still down in the Everton penalty area. I don't really know what happened to Ndai there. When Pickford has the ball, he just seems as if he goes down and he's like, hold. Really weird. Yeah, Botman's off. So Tino will go back over to the left-hand side. Trippier right back. Dan Burn will go back as left centre-back. And Ndai's back on his feet now. Running off the field. Come on, Trips. Some deliveries. Again, it's good, slow tactics. 55% win now, 35% draw, and Everton 10% win. Not sure where they get that from, because we don't really look like we're going to score. I mean, the header there has just come straight back to a blue shirt, so nobody pressing the ball. Come on, boys. Harrison, Ashley Young, being pressed by Harvey Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes has put a foot in. Ashley Young has gone over. Harvey Barnes just, again, questioning the loyalty of Ashley Young here. He's not really rushing for this one. Everton look like they're on the verge of making a change. And Ndai back on the field. Again, Beto really causing problems at the back there. Murphy. Oh, Murphy gives the ball away. Guy out to Ndai on that left-hand side of the penalty box. Ndai gives it to Mikalenko. Flicks in. Goal. Easy. Everton. And Alcaraz has scored. Just so easy. I mean, like I said, Beto's been causing us so much trouble. I mean, he's been on his own up the top there. The ball comes, again, isolated. And he just gives the ball to Ndai. And Ndai just feeds the ball out to Mikalenko. And Mikalenko, first time ball to the back stick. And who's picking up? Fucking Alcaraz. Jesus Christ. It is poor. It really is poor. But that is an awful ball again from Murphy. Easily picked up from Guy. And again, you know, we block off the run of Ndai. There's just not enough effort to get out there. But everybody just falls off Alcaraz. I think it's Dan Burn. Nowhere near it, mate. Fucking hell. It's just a simple flouted ball into the box. It's not even given any pace. Oh, now where fucking Dan Burn is there? Come on. Burn now. Gives it back to Pope. Pope drills it centrally to Bruno. Gives it back to Dan Burn. Dan Burn goes long. Over the top of Ashley Young for Harvey Barnes, but it's cleared by O'Brien to throw in. Newcastle can take it quickly. Willock now. Newcastle are now in 6th. Ball down the line, but again, not a great ball for Murphy. And Mikalenko's done well to let that run. I mean, even the simple stuff is just hard work at the minute for us. It's like we're trying to force the issue. And there's no need. Fucking hell. Pickford now. Ball. There seems to be so much space now. We've changed. Well done. Fabian Schär picks that one up and he's carried on his run. Oh, Isak with a shot from distance. Good save from Pickford. Isak for a shot with about 24 yards, 25 yards. And flying to his right, Pickford saves it. Tonali now. Trippier. Out to Murphy on that right-hand side. Murphy into the box. Easy, though. For Pickford to pick. Really difficult at the minute to see anything of this game. We're just not creating enough in front of goal for me. And like I say, it was always going to be an option. Again, Beto just muscling in all the time on Shaw. Alcaraz had a bit of a kick in the back of his calf by the looks of it. Wilson being readied. Here we go. Squeaky bum time, I think. Tino, up the iron to Harvey Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes has lost out here. And now, Beto is 5, 6 black and white shirts around him. Christ almighty. What's going on here? Tonali now. To Tino. Tino back to Tonali. Tonali just plays it square to Bruno. Back to Tonali. Tino. Inside to Tonali. Nice little first touch outside of his feet. Moves the ball down to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes looking to get to the byline. Crosses the ball square. Cleared to Harrison. Harrison just swings a foot through it. Comes out to Tino. Tino gives it to Fabian Schär. He's about 35 yards out. Plays the ball out to Trippier. Trippier now. All the blue shirts behind the ball. Bruno plays the ball again. It's just an easy ball for Everton just to play out. Up to Beto. To Garner Guy. Garner Guy now looks to isolate Burn and Beto. Beto just gets his body in front of him and there's a foul on Burn. And Dan Burn now holding the back of his hamstring. Here we go, as they say. Who's coming off? Murphy. For Wilson. This is the last throw of the dice, guys, on 70 minutes. Crazy. Who's over on that right hand side then? Now, do we know? Is there anybody over on that right hand side? We've gone 4-4-2. What we gone? Oh, Willock's come left now, and Harvey Barnes has gone right. How many changes do you have to make when you're playing so fucking shit? As a coach, you must be pulling your hair out to try and get a tune out of this lot. Sure, if you're going to play the ball, mate, you've got to make sure you've come out of position. Luckily for us that they haven't. Oh, we've given the fucking ball straight back to them. Everton now down the right hand side with Harrison. Harrison. Oh, lucky for us. Poor decision again from Harrison. And now Tonali now brings the ball over the halfway line on the inside left position. Willock on the left hand side. Tonali going on his own. He's trying to play a ball through the middle and it's just hoofed clear. Trippier on the halfway line, looking for options. Harvey Barnes in front of him. He goes left to the inside position to Burn. Burn out to Tino. Tino up to Willock. Willock back to Burn. Isaac has come deep now, trying to draw players away from that central position. Wilson stays high. Wilson now just looking for scraps. We've gone so static, it's unreal. Tonali. We've lost ideas. We have completely lost ideas here. Harvey Barnes has come inside. There's a little ball in the line for Wilson, but again, on his bloody heels. Get on your fucking toes, lad. Trippier throws it into Bruno. Bruno gets again challenged, not giving anything up. Shaw out to Trippier. Trippier gets it out of his feet. Come on, you've got an opportunity to get it into the box. Bruno gets closed down. Harvey Barnes with a shot, deflected to the back stick, and it's cleared for a corner to Newcastle. Come on. I thought Harvey Barnes was going to shape one to the back stick there, but it was deflected up and over. Trippier now with the corner. Trippier into the box. Oh, Isaac! Isaac tried on the volley. Wide of the goal, but I mean, it was only like 10 yards out. And he just he got all the time in the world. And he strikes the ball, but he strikes it over the bar. Again, Beto and Shaw just coming together, but the referee's not having anything with that one. Come on, Shaw, get on with the bloody game. He's arguing too much with the referee here with what's going on in front of him. Tonali now. Back to Fabian Shaw. Shaw's looking for options, gives it inside to Burn. Burn. Tino out to inside to Tonali. Tonali into Willock. Willock on this left-hand touchline, just on the halfway line. Back to Burn. Bruno comes down to say, "Yeah, I'll have the ball. Give us the ball." All the blue shirts now in their own half. Bruno, Tonali. Tino tries to take on Ashley Young, but doesn't get past him. Throw into Newcastle. Quickly done to Bruno. Bruno sees a move from Trippier. He goes wide on the diagonal. Headed back to Fabian Shaw, who gives it all the way back to Pope, who's now sweeping. Plays the ball into Bruno's feet. Bruno's got, again, heavy touch, and he's lost the ball here. Oh, it looks like Ndai has got the advantage, but he's hurt himself, I think, in the challenge from Bruno. Ball all the way back to Keane, back to Pickford. Pickford again going long on this towards Harrison, won by Tino. And Dye looks as though his game's over, to be fair. He's really dodgy with the way he's walking, and that's the end of him. Decour's coming on as well. Alcaraz and Dye coming off. '75th minute. And McNeil and Decour are going to come on. Interesting. Wonder how this is going to play out now then. Throw into Everton. Ashley Young. Cannons. It comes to Bruno. Bruno flicks it over the top for Isaac. Good first time to Wilson. Wilson! Get hold of the ball, lad. Wilson leaves it for Tino to throw in. Tonali out for a throw into Everton. Nothing is going our way, and like I say, as daft as it just is so our own demise. If I'm honest with you, the way we're playing, it's just rushed. Harrison now, and again getting tackled from Willock, and it's a throw into Everton in the 77th minute. Somebody's got a yellow card here. I don't know who got a yellow card. Is that Garner? Headed clear by Byrne. Halfway line, but a throw in again. Ashley Young. The throw in. Oh, he's taking some yards into the Newcastle half here, up towards Beto. Headed clear by Dan Byrne. Head tennis in the middle of the park with Decore. Decore now over the top. And it's fell through to Pope. Throws it out to Fabian Shaw, who's got a lot of grass to run into to the halfway line. All the blue shirts just backing off him. Keeps on going. Out to Trippier on this right-hand side. Fabian Shaw into Harvey Barnes. Fabian Shaw again. Tries a shot with his left foot. Heads it to Bruno. Bruno passes it to Tonali. Tonali out to Tino. Tino now. Little dink to the back stick. Harvey Barnes now in the penalty area. Feeds the ball back to Trippier, who feeds the ball into Bruno. Bruno looking to flick the ball towards the penalty spot, but it's headed, cleared again by Everton. Picked up again by Bruno. Bruno's trying to pick a pocket here from the Everton players. Tino's first touch is poor, but he's managed to get a cross in, but it's easy picked up by Ashley Young, who clears down the line towards Beto. Beto gets challenged, and the ball's come through to Trippier. Trippier up to Bruno now. Up to Isaac. Isaac tries to see Harvey Barnes and he plays the ball behind him. He saw the pass, but by the time he'd moved the ball to pass the ball, it was too far behind him and he tailpokes it square to Everton to pick up. I mean, it's just so poor. It's unreal. Mikalenko back to Keane. It's just, if I'm honest with you, considering Everton have got two centre-halves, well, two defenders out and no centre-halves available, we've put no pressure on these guys whatsoever. Oh, there's a coming together between Mad Dog and Beto. Byrne has just given Tino the ball. He'll just get on with it, Newcastle. Not made a big deal of that one. Shaw out to Trippier. Newcastle have just gone back to fifth, because obviously Aston Villa are losing. Well, Isaac now on the left-hand side, driving in towards the penalty box. Tino back to Isaac. Isaac just dinks the ball to the back stick. It's punched clear by Pickford to Trippier. Trippier now to Shaw. Shaw gets it out of his feet, drives it in! Oh! Yeah, it's a goal kick. I thought that was in the corner, I thought Fabian Shaw had drilled that, but it was wide. Just wide of the far post. Just didn't shape. It's going further and further wide. Fucking hell. Moyes is getting himself upset with the fourth official and the line out. Pickford goes long again. Again, Beto's just causing trouble in that area. Was that Bruno? Harvey Barnes now got the overlap, and there's a free kick to Newcastle here. There's going to be a yellow card, I'm going to say. We look like we're clear through there. And Mikalenko, again, I don't know how easy that was. The ball falls to Bruno. Bruno back heels it to Harvey Barnes. He gives it to Wilson. He gives the go again. Oh, I mean, to be fair, there wasn't a great deal in that from Mykolenko. I mean, he did make contact with Harvey Barnes, but it was, I mean, I'm not saying it was a clear-cut chance anyway, so yellow card to Mykolenko. 82nd minute, guys. You know what I haven't done? I told you I would forget to do it. Should wait for this one to happen, shouldn't I? Before I do this, but I'm not. I'm going to take the gamble. And see what's going on. Trippier with an opportunity now. Looks like he's lining this one up with his right foot. Come on, Trips. Everybody's hands, head in the hands in the crowd. Trippier floats over the box. Oh! Just wide of the post. Just not enough on it. It's just he put it far too wide, to be fair. It was never going to get anywhere near. Fucking hell. Tonali into Bruno. Bruno trying to get it towards Willock, but that's picked up by Ashley Young. Ashley Young just puts it into the right back channel, and it's a throw into Newcastle. Everybody's got the phones out in the crowd. They're all looking to see what's going on. Fabian Shaw now on the edge of his own box plays it out to Trippier. Trippier now. Up to Barnes. Barnes. Into Fabian Shaw. Shaw. Halfway line now. Again, just Beto the other side of the ball. Out to Trippier. Inside to Isak, who's coming deep all the time now to try and create some extra bodies in the middle fork. Willock out to Tino. Willock overlaps. Tino goes back inside to Tonali. Tonali gets it over his feet. Looks as though he was going to shoot one there. Bruno now. Bruno getting closed down by Garner Gay. Out to Trippier. Lots of bodies in the box, lads. Come on. Bruno. Into Fabian Shaw, who flicks it up towards Tonali. Again, just tries to flick it into the space. And now there's a break on for Everton, but well done, Dan Burn, for last man back. Gets the ball and plays it back to Pope, who gives it back to Fabian Shaw. Again, all the blue shirts behind the ball. Fabian Shaw just runs from his own half into the Everton half. Into Tonali. Into Bruno. Bruno looks up. Again, 10 yards to run into. Drills the ball out to Willock. Willock on this left-hand side. Plays it inside to Shaw. Shaw looks up and he sees Trippier. Trippier with a ball headed towards Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes now. Back to Trippier. On the corner angle of the box. Tonali into the box. Go! What's going on here? Willock goes down as always. Looks like there was a challenge. Not sure whether that's a corner kick to Newcastle or a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Everton. Willock's just trying to sneak into the back stick here. It looks like he puts his hands on the shoulders. Well, he's got his own. I mean, there's not a lot in it. Both Bruno and Willock get on the end of that. Pickford comes running out and makes a meal of it, as he does. Dan Burn went over awkwardly there, slipped on the turf. Little dink over the top for Shaw to Tonali. Tonali out to Willock on the halfway line now. Willock. Tino runs around him, but Willock decides to take it easy. Play the simple ball back to Burn. Fabian Shaw. Over the halfway line. Shaw. Diagonal ball to the left-hand side. Tino! What the fuck was that? Tino looks dead on his toes, to be fair. Just, fucking hell, it's desperate. Really is desperate. Oh, there's a slip by Burn. Beto. Shot. Wide. Jesus Christ. What the fucking hell is it? We are hitting the self-destruct button. Beto gets it on the right-hand side, then throws it onto his left foot, tries to shape it into the far corner and puts it wide. Oh, my God. It would be a nuke. Oh, Bruno. Bloody hell. Pickford here. This is the beauty of Pickford, isn't it? Eh? Ball goes out of play. Pickford runs past the ball, and the crowd are having a right dig at him. Asula's coming on now. Beto, the Thorn, and Calvert-Lewin's coming on for Beto. I tell you, you look at forwards running the line. If anybody wants to watch a forward who's played on his own virtually the entire match, Beto has been absolutely outstanding for Everton. What a performance from that lad today. He has caused us nothing but trouble. Asula comes on now. The final throw of the dice for Eddie Howe. For Harvey Barnes. Are we going 3 up top? Or are we going to put Asula on the right-hand side? Who knows? We've changed bloody formations so many times now. We're all over the shop. Come on, lads. Trippier. Just Asula wanted to run, and it's just desperations now. Tonali. Newcastle still on 66 points in 5th place as we talk. Aston Villa in 6th place on 66 points, but with a better goal difference, we are still there. 89th minute. It is all about the last couple of minutes. Back into the centre circle with Trippier. Trippier out to Asula on that right-hand side. Asula just trying to make something happen. There's a little ball fed into a ball. Oh, fucking choices again. Shaw, what a great opportunity. We'd overloaded the back stick. Just take a touch. For fuck's sake. We overloaded that back stick, but Fabian Shaw plays the ball in front of everybody. Instead of taking a touch, the first real opportunity of getting the ball out of his foot and then going square. Fuck's sake. Everton look dead on the feet now, I tell you now. Little too late though sometimes, if I'm honest with you. Trips down the line to Asula's first touch wasn't great. Trippier, Asula now down that right-hand side. Asula just left the ball behind and it's been taken off him by McNeil. Oh, Asula's been told he's been fouled. Oh, Jesus. Just a bit too boisterous there, Asula, and he's given the foul away. We're in the 90th minute. Aston Villa are 2-0 down, guys, to Manchester United. Who would have thought this? This is mental. It only happens in the Premier League. Tino now, down the left-hand side. He runs down the line. He gets past Harrison. Keeps going, Tino. That comes off Harrison. It's going to be a corner kick to Newcastle. Come on. There's a long way back here for Aston Villa in the 92nd minute at Old Trafford. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Forest on the 92nd minute. Liverpool 1-1. Ball comes into the box. Pickford gets a hand to it. It's going to be another corner to Newcastle. Brighton are beating Tottenham 4-1. Arsenal have beaten Southampton 2-1. Oh my God, what's going on here? Ball's into the box, whipped in, headed clear by Calvert-Lewin, out towards Tonali. Tonali loses the ball though. McNeil now for Everton onto the halfway line. Oh, guy's gone down really easy. And to be fair, the referee's continued. Tonali now brings the ball back to the halfway line, passes into the Everton box. There's a ball over the top to who was that to? Fucking Fabian Shaw. There's 6 minutes of added time here, guys. And he's gone down. Keane has gone down as if he's bloody got shot. Get out of it. He hardly touched him. Oh my God. This is mental. Pickford goes long again. Again, Trippier does well this time. Trippier. Come on, play the ball. Peeing about. Burn over the top, looking for Willock down the left-hand side. Willock plays it inside to Tonali. Tonali moves the ball away from Decore. Decore just shuffles back into position. Trippier now to the halfway line, into Bruno's feet. Bruno down onto the line with Asula. Asula sees Isak. Isak gets the ball out of his feet, going on that right-hand side. It back inside to Bruno. Bruno tries to force the ball, but again, it's blocked by McNeil. McNeil now goes down to the halfway line. McNeil inside. It wasn't McNeil. Sorry, that was Milenkovic. Good ball into... Oh, here we go. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, it's saved. Calvert-Lewin again. Oh, Jesus, over the bar. How the heck? Jesus. Shaw. Willock. Tonali into Trippier. Trippier out to Asula. Asula now. Everybody's moving in front of him. No, it's not Asula. It's Isak, I think. We've got Fabian Shaw now playing as a centre forward. Willock on the ball. Bruno out to... Is that Asula? Asula does a step over again. 2-3 times. Drives into the box. Oh! Fabian Shaw! Over the bar. Fucking Nora. And I think still 2-0 to Man United in the 95th minute. That was the chance that we wanted, if I'm honest with you. And how he missed that shot, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Talk about bloody squeaky bum time. If we get into the Champions League on this performance, I'll tell you something now, it's luck. 95th minute, still 1 minute of injury time to go. Trippier looks to drill the ball up towards Wilson. I don't think I've named him twice yet. Wilson out to Asula. Asula plays the ball to Bruno. Bruno gets it over his feet. Oh! Pickford over the bar. I thought Bruno was going to just shape that one into the top right and the keeper's left-hand side. Gets it out of his feet, just moves it, and it just comes too central. Another corner to Newcastle. Oh, Jesus, and that's headed over. The corner was taken that quick. The replay didn't show it. It fell to Asula, 7 yards out, 8 yards out, and he's headed it wide. Oh my God. I keep 97th minute at Old Trafford. It's still Man United 2, Aston Villa 0. I don't know what the hell's gone on at Aston Villa. Headed clear. Oh, it's cleared by Everton. Ashley Young. Come on, Tonali. There's 2 balls on the pitch, guys. That's it. Let's go. Trippier. Just on the inside again. All the blue shirts. Plays the ball to Bruno. Bruno. Looking to get something happening. Sula. Sula's been lively, but to be fair, it's the quality. There you go. All over. Fucking hell, guys. I've got our 5 minutes. Fucking Nora! Oh my God. We've made Champions League by the actual scruff of our necks. That was probably one of the hardest games I have ever had to watch and endure. 1-0 win to Everton. And, you know, what can we say? It has been, like I say, one of the toughest games I have ever had to commentate on. There's you know, when you're looking at trying to just see a game through, I have no idea what's happened at Old Trafford, what Man United turned up and what Aston Villa turned up. But I mean, the lads are dancing on the park, and you know, fair play. I'm not going to criticise. I'm not going to go mental. But that wasn't an easy game emotionally to actually get excited about. It was, you know, I've got to applaud the performance through the season, because to get Champions League and a trophy is an absolutely magnificent achievement. But by God, was that more through luck than judgment. Wow. I am absolutely, what can I say? It's been an emotional roller coaster today. Rick Murphy's dancing. Wow. Fucking hell. I'm happy for the boys in the Champions League. I really am. It's been superb. It has. Are they doing the parade? Yeah. It's just been really difficult because, you know, not knowing what's going on in the other ones, and like I said, it was only to like the 88th minute when I started to have a look at what was going on elsewhere, and I saw that Aston Villa dropping out the top five. Crikey, they are in some financial ruin now, aren't they? because obviously they were right at the ceiling and so heavy reliance on Champions League money to get them out of some of the pickles that they were in. This is Wilson now just clapping the fans. He's kissing the badge. And he's giving the lads the applause. I mean, he has been a fantastic servant for us, and he's crying, bless him. He really is emotional. And obviously that is the end of Callum Wilson, obviously, with his emotion. He's literally pouring his heart out on the field of play there, which, again, it just shows you what it means to everybody, what an amazing player that the lad has been. And like I say, I'm sure he's, regardless of his critics, and we all know he's past his sell-by date now. But it's not been a fantastic performance from the 11 that's been on the park today. And I think when you talk about pressure was there for everybody to see. We did bottle it today. We couldn't handle the pressure, and it was the performance. It was the touch. How do you play against a low line? Well, that wasn't the way. But look, we've got there. We've got over the line. We are in the Champions League next season in pot 4. But who cares? You know what I mean? We have as much right as everybody else to be there. So, well done, boys. Fantastic. I'm just looking at... Hey, Chris. No worries, mate. So I'm just going to see the lads do a lap of honour and then we'll go. It's all right. Chris is just in my ear hole. So I'm just talking to Chris in the background. And like I said, I've got to literally give these boys the opportunity to go around the park. Ginger Hoskins saying, Gordon can leave. I'm sorry. How many games does he have to be crap? We need more attacking players because he's a whinger. But Barnes has shown they're not top players. Well, like I said, I'm not going to criticise any of the lads. It wasn't a great performance, but you can't take it from one performance. The season defines your finishing position. I know. Even my lad has come to. You're
right.
Live on. Yeah, you're there.
I'm here.
You're not going to put your green screen on.
Well, I can't do it the way we got to set up because I'm showing the game.
Of course, yeah.
So it's kind of weird to explain, but yeah, a lot of emotions, aren't there? I mean, actually, thankful for the show. Really good show today. We had a great showing from this particular show, this channel, this watch along, and very thankful for everybody that's joined us, that's tuned in, that's subscribed. Very new Tune fans that turned out in the last game of the season. We finished it very strong, so very thankful for you, Gary, for doing that alone. Of course, thankful for Derek, always supporting and showing up, and everybody that contributes to the channel. So we finished the season with a strong performance with us as well. And I was at church, and church to me comes before any football match. And I wasn't able to be there for the full for the watch along. On Sundays it's kind of tough, but I know some people will understand. But we were able to get it done. We did bottle it, as you say. I do agree with it. You got to call it a spade a spade. It is what it is. We fell under pressure today, but it was enough. What we did during the season, it was enough to get us there. And also, obviously, here's the thing: when I always speak of Spurs, Aston Villa, Newcastle United, we're on the same boat. People don't want to admit to it. People want to disagree with me in that sense. But we're on the same boat in the sense that we are second in line to disrupt what is. Although Tottenham have always been talked about top 6, but they haven't been habitual winners as the others have, right? And they're actually, for the most part, they're being the laughingstock of the top 6, and they just broke that thing as well. They won a magnificent trophy. We won a great trophy as well, and but we are with those 3 competing, and actually the 3 of us Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Newcastle United have been habitual bottlers as well. And Tottenham, they've bottled the season completely, although they got a great trophy. Aston Villa today and Newcastle both bottled, but it just happened that it was enough for us to get the Champions League. And very excited because you can tell. I don't know. I have to go back and see the timing. Did the guys know that Aston Villa lost by the end of the game? Because, and I don't know. I'm sure they did, or maybe they were told, because you can tell the difference when they started being happy and celebrating. But as soon as the match was over, Eddie Howe was very concerned. Eddie Howe's face was very concerned. The players were either they knew, but they were still concerned because, man, we played awful today. We can't do that. We can't do that again. But we're through. We got to be happy about that. But man, we didn't play good, and so that always we're gonna have to work on it. We're gonna have to work on it. But at the end of the day, we're through, and Eddie Howe knows, and the players know how important Champions League is for Newcastle United. More maybe Eddie Howe and the people up front. Because they know that it is a massive difference. Whether we like to admit it or not, Champions League is another world in itself, and we are there now once again, all thanks to Eddie and the players. And they're no free from criticism, clearly, but throughout the season, when you look at it overall, we were able to manage and get it done. And plus, the cup is a massive achievement. So it's.
I mean, Brad's saying about Martinez, being sent off. Obviously, is that his final game? He wants it away. Yeah. He wants gone. Was it meant to? I haven't seen anything regarding the game. But to choose this game of all games to be sent off, obviously was a rick for Aston Villa. But Man United, they kept it light. It was it 76 minutes? Yeah, but before they scored. So, like I say, more luck than judgment. I'll tell you now.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, American Feed. I don't know if they're going to stick through for the lap when they go around. So I don't know.
We can go. We can.
But we will keep it on to see if keep it on the background on the next show. We're gonna do the match reaction right now to everybody. All fans can come on, have their opinion said out loud. So appreciate it. Over already close to 5,000 people have come through the channel here. But before we go, we got a nice super chat here from James Cuff, who we appreciate very much, and everybody that donates. Couldn't give less of a damn about today. Cup in the Champions League. What a effing season, lads.
Yeah.
Great coverage from you guys this season. Bring in 25-26 title challenge. So appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
and
James.
We will see you guys right now on the instant match reaction. So join us. You should be redirected. But if it doesn't, YouTube can have its defects. Join us on the YouTube channel right now. We'll be back immediately. We'll see you in a minute.